All right, let's go. We are live. Hello, beautiful people. Hello,
Ready?
Louise. How's it going?
Awake and ready to rock.
We're ready to rock in the store again, man. We keep disrupting the store. Like, I apologize. Like, what kind of establishment? People are like, what kind of establishment is this? Like a content house now? Like, you're always live.
It's all good. Unfortunately, I have no life and I'm always here before I open and after I close. So this works.
Perfect. What's up, Audra? Happy Friday. Hope everyone's having a good week. I was feeling a little under the weather this week, so I got Louise to help me out so we could still do a stream. You know, not go too long between the streams. You know what I mean? So today I just wanna, I wanna look up some fish. I wanna talk about some just, you know, shipping challenges, availability, hubs, styrofoam boxes. Oh my gosh, like all the fun stuff. Just general, just yapping. You know how.
Is it really fun?
What is
Is
it?
it really fun? Is shipping really
Yeah,
fun?
I think. I think talking about shipping could be fun. I don't know if the actual shipping part of it is fun.
Yeah, talking about it versus living through it, totally different beasts.
For sure. What's up, SBC? Good morning. Good afternoon, I guess. Yeah, we crossed into afternoon. Man, I don't even know where to start. Good morning, Jeffro. How's it going? I don't even know where to start. Well, I guess what has the shipping been like so far this month?
Well, all right. So shipping is never 100%. It doesn't matter what the season is. It doesn't help with the whole political climate and the FAA and all that good stuff. So I cannot under any circumstances blame this on politics. It also has to do with what shipping provider you're using, whether it's UPS, Delta, Southwest. Every agency and every climate and every weather condition factors into how shipping works.
Right.
Sometimes it's a nightmare and other times it's a smooth, steady process. But this week sucked. And for once, UPS got it right and Delta kind of screwed the pooch, so to speak. So there's just something with the Delta in Atlanta, and it's a nightmare. Excuse me. And a lot of us have gone through it. I actually spoke with a wholesaler this week that is working intimately with Delta to try to improve on like how they actually ship the fish.
Wow.
So they are working together to try to make that happen. Good luck to them. I'm sorry. I'm actually going to cough. I'll be right back with you.
There you got it. Cough away. But that's great. Like that's how hands on that it's got to be. Like you're working through one person is working through another person, like to directly talk to the airline about, yo, what's going on with these fish shippings.
Yeah, I mean, that's really all you can do. I mean, the boxes that go out obviously say live tropical fish, keep warm, live animals. I mean, we all see the labels when we receive packages, but then you have to factor in, does the staff care? Do they have a warehouse that accommodates a heated area in the winter to keep them warm if they miss a flight?
Mm-hmm.
There's so many factors. So like, and the worst, like for me, so Delta went sideways this week. I was supposed to receive fish on Monday night. They didn't come in until Wednesday morning. I did lose some inventory out of that. Other things like, I hate saying it's not my first rodeo, but basically it's not. I mean, it's not that it happens often, but when it does, like the lights go out at the shop regardless. I mean, when I'm acclimating fish, lights are out, but lights go out at the shop. They have to sit much longer. There's ammonia spikes in the bag. Like you have to warm them up before you get them out. And even if there's an ammonia spike, you can't really, just throw them in the tank because they're going from, let's say 60 degrees. Like my bags came in between 62 and I think 67. So that being said, they
It's like
still have.
not too cold, but like a little bit probably chillier than the tanks you're gonna put them in.
Yeah, like when you have cichlids come in at 60 degrees, they're at the bottom of the bag, they're sideways, they're barely breathing, like you don't know if they're dead or not, and don't just chuck them. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously try to warm them up and you hope for the best, but
Yeah.
then if there's something dead, the ammonia spike, so it's like, it's catch 22. You want to get them out as soon as possible because of the ammonia spike, but you need them to be warm because if you just dump them in the tank, you're going to shock them anyway. So that was a nightmare. But then as a side note, what's interesting to me, and it's not funny, like obviously I'm upset, I'm angry, you're frustrated, like you're dealing with all that while you're, operating the shop. But when you call the 1-800 numbers for most of these companies to like start filing your claims and discuss what's going on, like when you go through the options, fish and reptiles for Delta at least is option 5. Like when you call in customer service, the first option is like human remains. So I'm right. So I'm calling a 1-800 number mad because I have dead fish. But meanwhile, someone's loved one got lost by Delta and they're pressing option 1
Ooh.
to find, right, to
That's
find
a
their
okay. That's a good
family
point.
member.
So like
Right.
also like on like the list of sensitive things you're shipping, like even though they're live animals, the fish kind of are lower on the totem
Yeah,
pole.
like you shipped Uncle Johnny and Johnny's somewhere else. Like, and I'm sorry, like I'm not joking
Not
about it. Like it's
Johnny.
something really funny. but like so I'm ready to like rip people's heads off, and it's not the customer service agent's fault either. Like I would prefer that they could put me on the phone with somebody at like Delta at Atlanta so I can actually yell at somebody that doesn't care.
Right.
But then like while you're on hold, you think about that option 1 and you're like, all right, it's fish, and you try to calm down. Not that I don't care about the fish, I care about the fish as much as I would care about Uncle Johnny, but it's like you have to know in your heart that it's not just you, it's not just your fish. Like this kind of thing happens every day. And that's where I get
Mm.
upset because we like those companies have to do better. Like you have to prioritize certain things. I'm sure you're going to be mad that you didn't get your TV the day before, I don't know, the Super Bowl, but like
Right.
when it comes to live animals, like there's an option for service dogs, like these there is, I don't know, I guess no priority kind of given like to anything in a box. Like
That's
I
a
got
good
mad at
point.
UPS once. Yeah, like I got mad at UPS once and I begged PETA to get involved and go after the people with the brown box.
No.
Yeah, like I begged them to get involved. I was like, listen, I know you hate retail stores and people that keep fish in or in glass boxes, but like, do me a huge favor, go after the brown box people, and then you can come here and protest as much as you want. And they didn't respond, so
That's
that kind of
hilarious.
sucked.
Jody said, I'm learning that imports present a whole new set of issues. So,
Yep. 100%.
yeah.
Yeah. Like like, let's say your stuff is coming in from, I don't know, Jakarta. Long story short, they can get everything packaged up. They can get everything ready to rock. And then something happens on the export side and they don't even miss the window to ship. They'll just shut down shipping for no reason, or the Department of Agriculture in that country gets involved. And next thing you know, your stuff didn't even make it. Or you put in your order and your order's not getting filled and you get the surprise mystery box.
Right.
Like it's just, you literally are, I can't remember the name of the song, but a wing and a prayer. Like
Yeah.
you're like, here's my money and hopefully I get things alive.
Yeah.
And it's tough. It really is.
Jeff Rose said it puts things in perspectives, but I also hate to say it. I feel like live animals takes a priority over remains. Oh my goodness. Well, I mean, this is a fish stream, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those to each their own, and I understand because I mean, this is so morbid that we're even saying it, but remains are remains, and hopefully they're cremated remains. But that being said, yeah, the live side of things, I couldn't really say which one's more important, but I will say that priority should be given for certain things, and tropical fish, and forgive me, but dead bodies should definitely be prioritized.
Right. Yeah, and Jody is saying Jakarta did so bad. Apparently, man, Jakarta, people talking about you.
Yeah, yeah, there are certain countries that I just avoid like the plague because it just kind of is what it is, and you're just gambling. Like I do really well with the Czech Republic, I do really well with Germany. There's just certain countries, like to be honest with you, 95% of the time, I do much better with Delta than I do with Southwest. Southwest out of Philly is great. The hike sucks, the tolls suck, but they're on point at Southwest and Philly. If I go to Southwest in Newark, I might as well sit there for 5 hours. And if I ask them if they have my box, then I'm going to wait for 10. Like they just look at you like, oh, you want to push us, make us go faster? Now we're going to go slower.
So wait, how are you choosing like what airline you're, because like I've heard people have talked about what shipping service to use and stuff, but you're taking it to a different level. You're like, oh, what airline do I want to carry this box? Like, how are you making
Well,
that?
it depends on where you're sourcing. So, like some transshippers, if you have a middleman and transshipper is your middleman, they usually, at least for the East Coast, they're taking that in through JFK. They're taking the boxes. You can either meet them at JFK or meet them at their warehouse, pick everything up, bring it back, or they can bring it to the warehouse, check your inventory, like discard of any dead, put fresh water in, and then reship to you if you want, or you can pick them up later. But everything's different depending on who you're using. Like I have some wholesalers that I can either use UPS or FedEx, other wholesalers that'll go Southwest, Delta, or Alaska Air, and then they'll still use UPS or FedEx. It just all depends. And
Wow.
usually it's the company that you're using determines what choices you have. And then for me, when I'm shipping to my customers, I strictly use UPS. USPS, I forget it. Like I'm pretty sure horse and buggies go faster, and I've given up. Like nothing's guaranteed. Yeah, like nothing's guaranteed. So we kind of have to give up on our US
No,
postal service. Sorry if anybody works for the post office, but I'm just saying.
no.
Um, FedEx, I went through a really bad run with, and if anything's going to the West Coast or if anything's coming in here from the West Coast, if it's the winter and it hits the Denver hub, forget about it. Like they will leave those boxes outside -17 degrees, and that's your problem when you receive them. So I'm really careful with FedEx.
How do
They've been
you
doing
like how do you even discover something like, oh, this hub, I know that they leave their boxes outside. Like how do you even like make that determination?
That's the former bounty hunter in me. Like when I receive dead stuff and I'm making calls and I'm talking to customer service and yelling and complaining, they sometimes slip and they'll tell me certain things, or like you just learn over time. Like if you talk to people that are into logistics, they can let you know also where hubs are. Other times, and thankfully, and if my UPS guy's watching this, thankfully I love my local UPS driver. He's on point. He cares about animals. So like he has literally run interference for me where like my packages are late and he'll delay his own deliveries to like get my packages.
Wow.
Or if he sees them like put off to the side and they're going to go onto a trailer for the next day, he's like, no, give me those boxes. She's going to go crazy. So yeah, and I did. I mean, when I was my first probably 6 months into this, UPS screwed me over like 3 weeks in a row, and I was like, that's it, I'm going to the hub. And so I got down there, and there was a state trooper in the cul-de-sac, and I'm like, oh, he's here for me. So he was, I kind of called him over and was like, "You're here for a crazy fish lady?" He's like, "Yeah, something like that." And I'm like, "Well, that's yeah." And luckily, he had fish tanks, so like he understood the frustration, and like we
Yeah.
were able to work it out. And I have like the local hub's number now,
Right.
so I try to intervene, and I
See,
try to learn as much as I can.
I gotta stay. See, I like USPS, but I feel like it does. I feel like the people it doesn't work for. It's kind of like what you said with the plane stuff. Like some places, you might just have to learn, like, oh, this USPS for this section is, basically a
Yeah.
death sentence. You know what I mean?
There used to be a hub, I think it was called Middleburg, but it was like right outside of Harrisburg. That used to be the hub, and things were really good. And then they changed it to Newark, and like again, because this has happened so often and I've made so many calls, it literally comes down to whoever the guy is that drives the tractor trailer truck to Newark to pick up at 6. He's forever late. Like it has nothing to do with traffic accidents or snowstorms or anything else. He just literally is forever late. And if he's more than 40 minutes late, my stuff is not going to get pulled and put on the local delivery truck that day.
Right. Right.
And like me being like the former bounty hunter I am, like I literally just want to like park right off of 78, like at, I don't know, the Clinton exit, and just like wait for him to
So
drive by and be like, give me my boxes.
So when I feel like I had a shipment go bad because it arrived at the facility on time, but then it was just sitting there for extra days, so I'm like that's probably just like literally employee incompetence. Like it's not like
Yeah,
it's just they didn't
yeah,
manage to put it on the truck when they should have, kind of a thing.
yeah. And
Okay.
then they put it in the overnight trailer, and the trailers aren't insulated. So that's pretty much it. And if we're using a 40-hour heat pack, well, then we're really screwed because the heat pack's kicking in even more, and it dissipates before the person is getting the package. And
Right.
that's the downside. Like, to me, okay, so now you missed the opportunity for it to be delivered timely, then keep it inside a warehouse in a heated area and give the fish a better shot. Like, but instead they're just like, oh, okay, it's 2 hours late. We're going to throw this in the back of a trailer where it's going to be, let's say 20 degrees overnight. Well, no offense, but that box is 20 degrees. So
Okay.
that's where priority can factor in. Like, you can still put it on the trailer, but again, let's keep this indoors. Let's keep it somewhere
And you
warm.
said that's
And
for
then,
priority packages?
yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, at least that's my feeling on it. Like,
Yeah,
any
yeah,
employee specified area, that when the employee's done loading a truck of dry goods, that he goes to that specific area, and if there's other stuff to load, that's a heated area that now you're loading it,
yeah.
and you're doing that as the
Well,
last step
that's why
rather
I've
than.
liked USPS, because I feel like they have a standardized, like with the priority packages, like they don't seem to get freezing cold. Like I've
Yeah,
sent
they're
ice.
indoors more often.
Yeah. I've sent isopods like to places with snowstorms. You know what I mean? And didn't have a heat pack in them. Now the isopods, they can go to freezing temperatures, so as long as they don't freeze solid, they're fine. But like they've arrived, they were delayed a week in an area that had a snowstorm. I don't know where they were keeping it, but it was fine. Whereas I've tried some other things, uh, and I'm like, did the person like set it on top of the roof of the car? Like,
Yeah. Like, it's not just the videos where, the delivery drivers kicking them across the driveway and stuff like that. Like, there's just so many factors.
yeah. But I mean, I guess that's the one thing, like people when they're talking about like shipping fish, I guess there's more people that want to know about shipping fish when they're gonna receive it. Like, oh, is it ethical for me to order fish during the winter? Like, is it safe? Oh, I want to wait to order till it's like warmer. Like, as like a buyer, what should you think about when you're ordering from someone fish in the mail?
I mean, you definitely don't want to do it at the dead of winter. I personally, like, I check maps before I ship anything. I see what the weather conditions are going to be. I check weather conditions where I think the hubs are going to be, where the fish are going to go. And if I'm not going to risk it, I'm not going to risk it. And I would hope that most people would feel the same way. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, I get it that I'm offering you guaranteed overnight shipping and DOA guarantee and all that good stuff, but why risk the fish? Like,
Okay.
it's
So
not
even
right.
though you're shipping it, you're like, hey, wait, go ahead and wait. Why risk it?
Yeah,
Like
it's too cold this week. Let's not do it.
right.
Yeah, and I'll put up notices on my website. A lot of places do that. I know WetSpot does that. Dan's
Yeah.
Fish does that. There's just a lot of things that factor in. And on
No.
our end, I mean, we can insulate better. We can do, 2 heat packs instead of one. There's lots of options that we have as a shipper
Yeah.
to make sure that the fish are okay. And that's obviously my first priority. And from a business standpoint, obviously, from a hobby standpoint, I don't want anything to die. But from a business standpoint, I need to be confident in my shipping. I
Yeah.
need to make adjustments and whatever is necessary, because one, I don't want to lose the fish. I don't want to lose the money towards that. And obviously, if it shows up dead, I'm
Exactly.
double screwed. So if the
Well,
fish are gone,
I
doesn't
told
pay me
you
back.
I earned my first bad review, and it's because I sent them a pair of betas. One arrived alive, the other arrived dead. I was kind of like, okay, this kind of seems like kind of a freak, thing. I don't know. I put it in a styrofoam cooler and all that. I meant to put a heat pack in. I forgot, and I was rushing, which is like I always tell myself, like if I'm rushing, I may as well just delay it a week because I'm gonna forget
Yeah.
something. And I did, but then at the same time, looking back, I'm like, man, but they really should have still arrived alive. I know I forgot the heat pack. Like, what's
Yeah,
going
no, I
on
know
over
too. You
there?
have to wonder. Yeah, you
Yeah,
have to wonder, like, were they outside too long or
yeah,
what the case may
yeah,
be. The same thing happened to me this week with Orinoco dwarf fairy cichlids. Like, they're tiny, they're delicate, but heat pack was in there,
yeah.
insulated perfectly, the whole 9 yards. and they were being shipped someplace that was only 2 hours away. Now, mind you, I shipped them on Monday, which was our coldest night of the week. So,
Mm,
okay, maybe, same thing. They left them out too long, whatever the case may be. But
right.
unfortunately, she did call me on Tuesday, and all four of them were DOA, and
And that
it
was
broke my heart.
yeah, that it's more disappointing. Like, I was trying to make something right, and then to the point where I frustrated someone so much they gave up on me, which was understandable. But it was also that thing, like I said, when I looked at the path, it arrived at the facility, but then was there, for an extra day, kind of a thing. So I'm kind of like, okay, maybe that's the facility where, like you said, they're storing stuff improperly,
Yeah.
kind of a thing. So I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's definitely a thing. It all depends on the facility. Like, and Kentucky's even getting bad, which is like a huge hub for so many things. Like,
Yeah,
even, Aquarius Co-op moved their wholesale facility. But long story short, it like a raindrop and they'll close. And I'm like,
yeah.
what are you doing?
Well, that's what
Like,
that
it's not
I felt bad
very.
for Aquarium Co-op, because yeah, I've seen that, and then I've been seeing more comments where people are like, oh, the shipping is like taking longer, even though they
Yeah.
moved all the way there. It's like that's the
Yeah.
example of how you can get unlucky, I guess.
Yeah, UPS this year, UPS and FedEx made a lot of changes, and I just know, based on the local drivers, that from what they're saying, it's not changes that are benefiting the live animal communities on shipping at all. And I get it, wages are going up and they're making cuts here and there, but that shouldn't have to affect the quality. Like, I don't know how else to explain it. Like, even if I'm short staffed here, you're still going to get the best possible customer service that I can provide. My fish aren't going to suffer. Like, I'll stay here longer. Hell, I'll stay here overnight, but I want to make sure my water changes are done, my fish are fed. Like,
Hmm,
and again, it doesn't matter whether there's one employee or 12. Bottom line is the care of the animals is always going to come first. So to me, in any business, it comes down to priorities. And to me, you prioritize the well-being, especially in a pet store, you prioritize the well-being of the animals before your profit.
right. Well, I guess speaking of pet stores, in a second here, I'm gonna pull up our first online store to let's look at some fish and talk about some fish. But one second, my thing just froze because I'm messing around with the windows. So just ignore that. But this time of year, as we're looking online, like you're buying stuff online, shipped to come in, are there any kind of fish where you'd be like, avoid this fish this kind of year, or like, or all fish kind of even to you? Like, it's all taking a chance, go for it.
Not really. I mean, there's like seasons with fish. I can't think of anything off the top of my head right now, but I mean, things that are out of season, like chili rasboras right now are out of season. So
Hmm.
good luck finding them. And if a shop has them, they've been there for a hot minute. So definitely buy them because obviously they're healthy.
All
They should
right.
be fat and sassy and they're
Okay.
leftovers from the.
So less like being careful and more just like there's some fish that like aren't going to be available. So I guess the better question is, what fish that are available now should I buy, because they're not going to be available for like another 4 months?
Um, I'm thinking of, well, like I said, definitely chili rasboras, and if somebody could start breeding them so that people have them all year, that would be great.
Yeah. So if
I
you see
can't,
those
like
in
I said,
stock, buy them now, because how long
exactly.
is it
Yep.
going to be till they come back, do you think?
That I don't know actually. I don't know when they come back into season. And that's the thing. Like, so when you're, let's say, wild collecting in Congo. So in Congo, you have, your elephant nose, you have your dolphins, ropefish. There's certain sinnows. There's seasons to that. And like when there's a rainy season, rivers start to flood. Certain creeks then flow into the rivers, and you're getting kind of extra parasites and goop and gobbly stuff. And obviously the current in that river is going to be much stronger. So the wild collectors don't want to
Interesting.
necessarily just
So
jump
so
in.
wait, so you said extra parasites. Like, can you tell what the weather's been like based on how the fish come in? Like, oh, this has been the rainy season. They shouldn't have sent this to me, like, kind of a thing.
One time that happened here. I had a guy that was getting from a gentleman in New York that he only pulls out of Africa and the Congo, and they wild collected some stuff that I know they shouldn't have been collecting, and unfortunately, The gentleman that was working with me, he had like tanks assigned to him, and he was supposedly quarantining at home and then bringing the stuff in. And gill flukes got passed around here, not in too many tanks, but one tank did get cross contaminated. And I'm like, nah, this isn't good.
Okay.
And that's when I started doing my research, because again, I'm kind of new to this too. I'm always learning. And I think in this hobby, you always should be learning. Nobody should be an expert in anything.
Right.
But yeah, there's definitely times at which even the government gets involved. Like in Brazil, you can't get wild caught plecos throughout the entire year. They actually shut down certain areas so that the fish can breed and repopulate
Wow.
themselves.
They do that for the plecos. Wow. Okay. That's nice.
It's kind of mean to say it this way. There's certain countries that care. Like in the ornamental fish business for saltwater, you can collect in certain areas throughout the year. Other areas you can't. When certain marine fish are migrating, they need certain marine ornamental fish to feed off of. So therefore, you can't just go out and wild collect, because the dolphins or whales that are traveling through need that as their food so that they can migrate someplace else or breed or whatever the case may be. And it's similar in freshwater in the sense that, again, if you're constantly pulling from this area and it's breeding season, like usually, warmer temperatures will trigger breeding. And then also those fish need to feed on something so that their protein levels go up, and then obviously they breed.
Right.
So certain countries really do care about the fish, and they know that this is part of their industry. They need to financially benefit from it. So they even give their own lakes, rivers, bodies of water a break, so that these fish can replenish themselves, so that we're not just
That's nice.
taking advantage and running them dry.
I guess that that also goes into, like, you see a lot of conflicting opinions, like people like, oh, I hate buying wild caught stuff, I think it's unethical, versus people are like, oh, the wild caught stuff like actually supports that local economy so they don't destroy the environment because this is what's making them money. Like, do you fall on either side? Like, is there a lot of fish you feel are being endangered, or do you feel like it mostly isn't affecting most of them?
I think a lot of fish became endangered because we didn't have regulations. I think most of the regulations that are in place are necessary. And I mean, to use deer hunting as an example, I'm not a hunter. I love Bambi. I try not to eat Bambi. But that being said, if we were no longer allowed to kill Bambi, Bambi would be everywhere. We'd have many more car accidents and everything else under the sun, because Bambi would overpopulate.
Right.
So that being said, it's the same with fish. I don't believe that you should be, collecting anything endangered. And there's always going to be poachers out there. There's always going to be people that are like, oh, I'm not allowed to have it, I want it. And that part sucks. Yeah, that part sucks. We're never going to be able to fix all the problems. Like, I've talked to so many fish nerds and diehard hobbyists that literally want to line their pockets with plastic bags, go over to Canada, get a bunch of stuff they can't get, and find a way to bring it back. And we all want to do that. We all want something we can't have. But when you fish that river to death, you've now killed the land. It's like if I was a farmer, I can't till the land and keep growing stuff. Like, sooner or later, that nutrient-rich soil is going to deplete itself, and I'm going to have to move on.
Right.
So I would hate to do that in this industry. I would totally hate to do that. But like, look at your godaids and certain things that, they're no longer in the wild. So if it weren't for us as hobbyists breeding it at home, those fish would be, extinct. So it matters. I'm glad a lot of countries, take care and pride in what they do. But then again, you'll definitely run into poachers that are like, well, I'm going to go get that fish anyway because I need to feed my family. I'm going to put it in a box and ship it to the States.
Is there,
and,
is that like a thing? Like, so from your end, you're like, okay, I want to avoid ordering from anyone that's like poaching or something. Like, is there easy like red flags where you're like, oh, maybe this person isn't doing something above, like, even if you just didn't know the fish, it was just like, if they contact you in this way, or, just some red flags, like maybe this person isn't above board or doing things the right way.
Yeah. Like it has to do, well, I mean, it's old school, trust your gut, but it has to do with how much they want to push you to do it, whether or not you're knowledgeable that this stuff shouldn't be available, or if they turn around and tell you, oh no, we were breeding them, they're on our farm, they were leftovers at our farm, and it's like, oh, okay, cool. then FaceTime me and show me the vat on your farm. You know what
Right,
I
right.
mean? And then you never hear from the person again.
So people try to pass off
And
wild caught stuff as being bred a lot.
yeah, yeah, there's like I'm sure even like some of the basement operation hobbyists that, they're advertising on Facebook, they get the emails, I get the emails. It's just, this exporter from such and such a country, here's my list. And like those kinds of things I kind of laugh at because like the ones you can trust aren't going to solicit you like that. And then like I'll even sometimes open up the list and I'm like, oh, so you want $4 for a wholesale neon toucha? Okay, so that's more than I'm already paying the
Right.
locally bred Florida guy. And that's where like there's always scammers. And I hate that part, especially with live animals, I'm not gonna lie. I don't like fish flippers. I don't like scammers. I don't like people that treat this like it's a used car showroom. Like they're live animals. And I'm sorry, coming from the industry that I used to be in, I prefer animals over people sometimes.
Okay.
So
Okay. I
yeah,
know I'm with that.
yeah.
Speaking of animals over people, that's one of the things that must be nice about running an online store. Is like, man, just like
Less people.
imagine if I had to come to your store in person to do these new arrival live streams. So
Quite a hike.
I wanna look through some just some online like store new arrival pages and just see if anything jumps out to either of us. I've done this. I did this with Johnny before. I was like, let's rate these new arrival lists. We don't have to rate them, but just Imperial Tropicals is one I've been checking more recently, just because
Okay.
they have a nice website. They do interesting like sales, like buy one get one. Like I think there was a Gymnogeophagus terrapupa. They had a buy one get one. It was like $15 and you get two of them, which I feel like was pretty crazy. So like sometimes the sales are worth it.
Mhm.
Uh, but their stock is slightly different than other sites, just not what I'm into. So I was like, this is a good one to look at with Louise because she might appreciate things that I
I
don't as
like
much.
Imperial Tropicals. As a hobbyist, I used to be on their website all the time because they breed at their facility and then they also get imports. They work with like high-end breeders that are like well known in the community, fish clubs, stuff like that.
Hmm.
So I tend to, well, okay, so I own the store, but that doesn't mean I'm not nosy with other companies. So I like to look at Imperial Tropicals. I like to look at Dan's Fish. I look at Wet Spot, Aquatic Arts,
Okay.
Moonlight.
Okay.
But and it's not just like, like are my prices competitive and stuff like that. I like to see if they're switching up
Yeah.
certain things
Well,
and I like to make sure that I'm on trend. So
that's what's been that's so before I knew enough people where I could actually learn. Like that's why I've been like figuring out okay who uses these suppliers because you can like see I say if you watch the site long enough and as the different places update their listings, you can see oh this person brings in these all these West African people. They all have these exact fish coming at the same time. It's like even if I don't know who they're buying from, it's like I get a better idea of if I'm looking for X, I go to this site because they're bringing this kind of stuff in regularly. You know what I mean?
mhm,
So like if I was
yeah,
looking for some kind of like maybe uh lake cichlid or something, then Imperial Tropicals I'd probably go to check because they breed a bunch of like, you know, bigger cichlids and things like that. So okay.
gotcha.
Anything I'm just gonna keep scrolling around, but okay, we got some high fin brick swordtails. I don't really know much about the different red swordtails. To me, like a lot of them go from being like $5 to like $80 per
50, yeah.
really fast, and I don't really understand like because to me this looks really nice. You know what I mean? But then you look up like
Agreed.
the cauliflower wag or whatever, and then that's like a more expensive one. I mean, I guess I get the fin difference, but I don't know.
Well, it has to do with breeding, importing, where they're coming from, quality, rarity. I mean, there's so many factors when it comes to the pricing. I'm a horrible person, but I'm not a huge fan of swordtails, platies, mollies. That's just not my thing. But for people that love them, there's just a ton of different kinds. And you're right. Like when you get into the high fins, the cauliflowers, anything like I have golden red eyes, I think they're called. Forgive me again. I sometimes have too much stock. But again, like I try to grab the oddball ones because that's just me. But I guess I have an appreciation for the cauliflower, but I feel bad for the cauliflowers because it's the same with like a longfin betta. They're fighting to swim. So, and like any type of finnage that like gets bunched up, they can be prone to bacterial infections. So you always want to like maintain good water quality on stuff like that. They're a gorgeous fish. They truly are. But then also you want to kind of keep those in a tank specifically for them because you get, other fin nipping community fish, and that's the end of that, beautiful cauliflower finnage.
Right. I see they got, I'm not even familiar with this, but this is one of the buy one, get one's Price's rainbow fish. I don't know if this is one that they breed or not.
I've never seen that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking at that.
That's interesting. Okay, platinum veil tail angelfish. Okay.
See, now I'm a horrible person again. I'm not a big fan of angelfish.
Come on. Okay, what about?
Everybody's gonna hate me for
Oh no! Okay, wait. Move on. No. It's fine.
Yeah,
Angels are great.
Angels are devils in disguise.
No, she
That's
loves angels.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Okay, what
They're
about?
great until they hit sexual maturity, and then they are horrible creatures from hell. And why do you constantly want to breed on the intake filter of a hang-on back? Stop it.
How do you feel about the Neolamprogris Lilipi? This is a nice yellow. Yeah.
I love anything Lake Tanganyika, so we can talk Lake Tanganyika forever and a day, and I'm good.
How do I know which one of these?
Like,
how do I know which Lake Tanganyika like I can put with the other fish? Like even if it's just like another fish from Lake Tanganyika, because I'm doing the Neolamprogris and shell dweller thing right now, because that's what people said that worked.
Obviously, don't take that the wrong way, but just because they're in the same lake doesn't mean that they've ever met each other.
For me, this looks like the same kind of cichlid that like you got to have 200 of them in a tank to have a good situation. Like how do you know it's one of those or not?
Again, research. I mean, don't take that the wrong way, but like so. No, I'm serious because, all right, so Lake Tanganyika is a huge lake, and outside of it being a huge lake, there's different depths. So certain fishies aren't meeting other fishies because of where they chill at. Okay. You've got your shell dwellers, you've got your rock and cave dwellers, you've got your open waters, then you've got your monsters, you have your smallers. Like I have a couple tanks of Lake Tanganyika here at the shop, and I would never, like my baby grow out frontosa can chill with my Leilupis and like my cylindricus and stuff like that. But my full-grown frontosas will never see a baby fish ever because that's a snack. Right now, my full-grown frontosa, they live with Sex fasciatus, and those guys are pretty mean. Then there's a mini frontosa, Tretra. Oh, I'm having a brain fart on that one.
No, you're good.
Tetrafal. Anyway, I call them Trets. They're like a mini frontosa, and they have attitude, but I keep those guys with Calvus and compressor seps, and they can both throw that same attitude. And then on the bottom with my rock and cave dwellers, that's where I actually have like the Leilupis, some Brachardi, some sunflowers, but like you have a certain balance. And like I'll never keep my multis, which are the tiniest of the shell dwellers. Multis don't belong with like gold ocellatus or the brevis. Like there's in the shell dweller family itself, there's levels of aggression as well. Like multis are really easy to like get along with everybody. Similis is like a level up from there. They'll be a little like more hard-headed than a multi. But if you buy, a colony of brevis or gold ocellatus or black ocellatus, that's like pit bulls, Rottweilers, and throwing a steak in the middle and seeing who survives. Sorry.
You're good. What about because this is one that I see. I wonder if they have them. I see the Jewel of Chromis, like the different Jewel of Chromis in the club auctions a lot. They always
Mhm.
seem to go like obviously way cheaper than retail, but like people just don't seem to have an appreciation for them, but they look really cool. And like, I don't really know, like, are some of them super aggressive? Can you not put them with shell dwellers? Like, it looks like they're another bottom dwellers. They're following that like bottoms together.
I've kept all of them. I think, and forgive me for saying it, I just think that Lake Tanganyika is kind of an underappreciated lake. Like when people say cichlids, you think of rams, apistos, haps, peacocks, and Buna. Or some people, when you say cichlids, it's all about the monster cichlids. Like Lake Tanganyika just doesn't get enough appreciation. Like I guess I appreciated Lake Tanganyika more because there are so many smaller species that come from that body of water. Then I kind of linked up with Tam and Rick Biro, which, they're breeders down in Florida. Tamala is in charge of all the Lake Tanganyika stuff. And I mean, I don't know, I just
Right.
started on her videos and appreciating them. And even my customers, I've got Lake Tanganyika nuts, but it's a small group. I mean, like we could have a meeting once a month and there'd probably be 10 people in the group, but we could talk about it for 5 hours.
Did they
They're
use?
not.
Did they
I'm
used to
sorry.
be? Did they used to be more popular? Because I mean, it seems like the store, like stores, still bring in a certain. Like I always see like a Jewel Chromis or Shell Dweller or something. So like, there's enough people to buy those. But like, did they used to be more popular, and now it's just like,
I think it goes in phases. Like last year, not Lake Tanganyika specific, but last year everybody wanted haps and peacocks. This year everybody wanted imbunas. I will say though that once everybody gets those imbunas or haps and peacocks and they have them for like 6 months, if they're not about the aggression, if they're not about the guaranteed death that you're gonna have here and there, then
guaranteed death.
I'm just saying, gang wars, they're gang. So so like if people don't want that or they're sick of the aggression, then they move into like South American and they'll get like Severums, if they have a big tank.
Right.
They'll end up with like Severums, Geos, stuff like that, electric blue Acaras, green terrors. Like it goes in phases, most definitely.
Okay.
And when they don't, like if they still have a big tank, but they don't want, pistos and rams, that's kind of where I come in and I'm like, have you ever checked out Lake Tanganyika? Well, no, what's in Lake Tanganyika? And I'll show them the 55, the 40, the 220s. And I'm like, this is, you can have a 55 and turn it into a Lake Tanganyikan community, like the sardine cichlids, and there's a couple different types, but you've got your tricolors, your bees. It's like those sardine cichlids are basically your rainbow fish or your cardinal tetra, rummy nose tetra. Like
This is
they're
not what
gonna
I
school.
expected a sardine fish to look like. This looks a lot better than I was expecting.
Yeah, no, they're gorgeous. And like if you get a school of those, they're gonna be like that top and mid
So,
water
oh
fish,
wait,
and
wait,
they're
wait,
just
wait,
gonna
wait,
be
wait. So with the Lake Tanganyika thing, I guess I'm just realizing this live, but you're saying with those tanks, you can do top and middle and bottom, but it's all cichlids? Like
yeah.
they'll
And
school like a
so
tetra in the middle?
yeah, as far as those sardine cichlids that you're looking at right now, those guys are gonna be on the top. And then you could still put in your shell dwellers in like if you had a 55 setup. So let's say you do 2 piles of shells, one on the left, one on the right. And then in the middle, if you set up like a shelving system, like I use in the shop just for cost efficiency purposes, I buy stepping stone bricks. I mean, you could use slate too, but I set up like a shelving system in the middle. So for the shelving system, that's where the Brochardi are hanging out, the Lelupis, the Cylindricus, it's the Reganis, like everybody has a symbiotic relationship. Now, if they want to breed, certain fish are going to get a little irritated with one another, but they separate themselves and they just let things rock.
Okay.
And you really can. You can have a community Tanganyikan tank. You just have to, pick the right choices, not to, like I even have in my 55, I have, I'm having a brain fart.
No, you're good.
The Firefin compressiceps. And I have some Calvis running around, and like the Calvis will butt heads with one another, but that's what they're supposed to do. And there's no kill factor when it comes to that.
Okay.
And then meanwhile, while they're butting heads, you'll just see like a group of 3 Lupi go by, like, okay, they're being idiots today. Let's keep it moving. So it does. It totally balances
Okay.
itself.
Because
And then you have like,
that sounds way more appealing than like a take of like a billion different fish. But then when I think of it, like, okay, it's this big lake. There's different levels, and then you have that factor. They're used to being around each other, so you get the ones that don't have the kill factor. Like that does sound like a fun tank to watch. You know?
Yeah. They have Tanganique and gobies that literally look exactly like gobies and do their thing, similar to like a buffalo head cichlid. You know how they don't have a swim bladder, so they're always like at the bottom.
Okay.
So there's gobies that look like buffalo heads, and excuse me. And again, they can still rock on the bottom
Wait,
if you decide.
what? These things look so goofy. Wait, that's awesome. Gobi cichlids.
Yeah, they're
What?
just different. Yeah. So you can have those guys if you didn't want shell dwellers. There's also Xenotilapia. I might be saying that
But
wrong.
you weren't wrong.
Um,
Canada popped up immediately for those guys. So Canada, that's like a thing. Canada and Lake Tanganyika, like
yeah, it does seem to be more popular in Canada, and I know that sounds kind of weird, but yeah, there's a lot more collectors in Canada, at least
mm,
that I've found. Like I was on with Mexicali a couple weeks ago, and I can't remember the gentleman's name. It might have been Jorge. No, it wasn't George. Maybe Jose. But anyway, he had a Tanganyikan tank, and as soon as he like put his eyes on that one, I was just like, oh,
yeah,
because again, you don't see it too often. But when you do find somebody that's into Lake Tanganyika, they're like diehard about it, and it is. It's just a
yeah,
different kind of appreciation that you have for that body of water and what comes out of it versus talking about your monster haps and peacocks or your
right. Well, I
imbunas.
feel like definitely a marketing issue here because man, these Tanganyikan gobies they look pretty fun, and like I was
Yeah, I've
saying,
had
of
those couple.
course, Imperial Tropicals has them, of course. So like yeah, that I feel like if I was looking for some Lake stuff, it seems like they keep a lot more, and these they say these are F1s. Man, that is a
Yeah,
little bit
um,
expensive. So you have
Dave's
to
first
commit.
fish usually has Lake Tanganyika as well. He's really good with Lake Tanganyika.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I just got the Trinidad corridors from the wild caught
Nice.
Aeneas osteogaster or Neum, whatever it is now. I don't even know. Am I imagining that? Speaking of like things coming in waves and trends, am I imagining that like there's like a paradise fish movement going on? Like I feel like
That's another thing that goes in trends. And you're going to unfortunately have to talk about that on your own because I just had a customer come in that I have to
go
help.
for it, go for
But
it.
I'm going to let you go crazy and I'll be back in a little bit.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, they're fine. Yeah, Louise is actually hanging out with us with the store open. So shout out to her for taking the time. I gave her enough heads up so she could get the chores and stuff done. But when a customer comes in, she will have to abandon us for a bit, understandably. I did see Audra said that. Let's see. Oh, they're beautiful. I never had the desire to keep them. Yeah. Jody said electric blue cars are some of those beautiful fish. I'm a huge sucker for that blue. Very true. Cheryl asks, have you seen the Parasipochromis nigroprinus? Such gorgeous colors on them. Oh, okay. Let me look that one up. It seems like a cool fish. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, this is a pretty one. That is a pretty fish. That's a very pretty fish. Let's see. I absolutely love the color and temperament of the electric blue car. Not a fan of the hundreds of babies I get since I flooded the market here. They're pretty fish. They're really pretty fish. Jeffro said she's trying to put Lake Tanganyika on the map for real. Bro, see, that's why I like talking with. She's not even trying. It's just like I'm just asking, and she had. There happens to be a lot of cool things about the Lake Tanganyika fish. I didn't even fully comprehend the whole like layering system going on there that you could do. Like, I think I've fallen prey to like many of us where it's hard to tell where that line between like, okay, you have to have 100 of these, cichlids in one tank thing versus, oh, these you can actually do a combination of because they all go together naturally. I mean, like she said, it's research, but come on, man, that's so much work. So I guess got to do better. Got to look these things up. You know, but there's definitely some really pretty ones. So then it's all just about like temperament. They're all just about temperament. Jeffro said those gobies are sick though. Yeah, definitely. Does anyone sell those peat spawning killifish or the eggs maybe? Which peat spawning killifish? There's quite a lot of peat spawning killifish. So you have to be more specific. Now, if we went to Aquabid right now, and yeah, those gobies are sick. There's a is there any eggs right now? There's like no U.S. eggs on Aquabid at the moment. It is getting a little bit cold for eggs though. But yeah, I mean, what you have to be specific what killifish you're looking for. I don't know, man. Listen, there's a whole lot of options when it comes to getting into the fish. You know, there's always a bigger fish. There's always a prettier fish. There's always a fish that's more interesting. You know. Johnny said we should have more note though soon. How shady is it buying European eggs on Aquabid? So some definitely look at reviews. I've heard people doing it successfully. So it's definitely a thing people do. I think Bougie got eggs from Europe and they like arrived and seemed to be all right. So I mean that's something at the very least. But some of these people do have a lot of reviews. Let's see. This guy, he's always posting a lot of eggs. Let's see. Does he have a lot of reviews? I can't. It's kind of hard to tell who bought it internationally. But I mean, if they advertise that they ship internationally, then they probably do it. So let's see. Shipping costs, blah 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 blah. Okay, this is only shipped within the United Kingdom. Okay, so that would explain that. But yeah, some people have done it, have been successful. I really would love to go over to the UK and buy some killifish eggs because they just seem to have a bunch of really cool ones. I don't even know what this is. Oh, it's okay. A lot of South American annuals right now. People are just going crazy with that. The fear must have worn off finally. So people are going crazy with them all over the place. Speaking of which, I need to check my Australibus eggs. I might need to actually I mean, how many people actually properly import them? And that's a good question. Aaron said there's a process. Some people do not follow it. I mean, I think they should just like there should just need to be a declaration form filled out. I don't even think for hobbyist purposes it's that complicated to properly send them over and not get in trouble over it. I think it's just I think you just need a declaration form from when I last was looking at it. But yeah, how many people follow it? I don't know. I mean, right now, so much stuff has so little chance of getting enforced that I feel like people are just kind of going wild, a little wild with it. I mean, how many people have a nursery license to ship plants? Probably should work. I mean, I don't really ship plants, but let's see. How hard is it to get a nursery license to ship plants? It varies by state. Oh, great. Okay, what does Maryland say? 1 to 3 weeks approval, 5 to 10 minutes, $100, no acres. Oh, 110, 1 acre or less. Oh, you just list the owner, company, business, mailing address, additional sales locations, blah, 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 blah. Greenhouse space listed, acres, information, license and inspection fee schedule. Yeah, okay. It doesn't seem like that difficult. Awesome. Okay, sure. Nursery license. Keep it legal. Aaron said, I've heard that some sellers do not ship correctly and then leave you holding the bag if it doesn't come in. Yeah, that did happen. I did try to order some actual Acellus aquaticus once. I think that guy just straight up scammed me, though. I don't think he ever sent it. He claimed it got returned and they were all dead. But I think he probably just scammed me, to be honest. But it is what it was for the isopod agenda, man. I had to try. I had to try. It is what it is. It is what it is. Man, it is getting so freaking cold right now. Okay, what else do we got on here? Yeah, Nimbochromis, Blue Acaras. Wait, I'm seeing that some people do like the like non-electric Blue Acaras now. I'm seeing more people interested in that. I mean, this just Blue Acara does actually look pretty good. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like that, that's also an attractive fish, so I kind of get it. Not as solid a blue body, but still got blue shininess everywhere. Does kind of remind me, I don't know why, but it reminds me of Perviceps though in that form, but actually with more color probably. Audra said that is gorgeous. She has a lot of knowledge about those fishes. Yeah, man. What a nerd. What a fish nerd. Can you believe it? Man. Oh, Jewel Cichlid. Don't let me forget to ask her about Jewel Cichlids when she comes back, because I have questions about these. Especially since Aaron, you got some, and I think you said you ended up with all males. So I do have questions about the Jewel Cichlids for sure. The Jaguar Cichlid, we got Clown Plecos, we got some Black Mollies. Man, one day, Geophagus winemilleri, I've got to. This fish is so pretty. It's so pretty, bro. Last time I saw them in person, I was just like, man, one day. Aaron said specifically the Rubichromis, the Exuls. Okay. Honey K said, hi, folks, working while watching. What's up, Honey K? Jeff said, I have a few jewels. What jewels you got, Jeff? Yeah, this is my top Geophagus. Redhead Tapajos, though, I like a lot, too. I love the pattern. I like the patterning, so it's kind of like conflicting. I'm conflicted between these two. I think I like the face of winemilleri a bit better. But I don't know. I love the lighter striped highlights in the redhead Tapajos. Let's look at some other photos real quick. Yeah, I like this. This is what I've seen them look like in person, probably because that's like a smaller one. That's what I'm seeing. But yeah, this is one. The blue, light blue highlights, like the long lines, I think are really cool. But the wine Millerai seem like they're just shiny. They're just shinier. That's kind of what that's the difference I'm making in my head. Like they got some blue highlights and stuff too, but it's like this shininess is what makes them different than like the greenish scales that's going on here versus a little bit lighter body. But I feel like the lines are stronger on these other fins. So I don't know, man. Geophagus though, I might be where it's at. Here's the electric. So electric blue Acara versus normal Acara. Let's see, non-electric blue Acara. Yeah, what do you think? This versus this? Need a better picture of the non-electric. I guess I should just do blue Acara. That probably would produce better results. Still a really pretty fish. People do not want to show it. That is not a blue Acara. Okay, that might actually be one. Interesting. Man, Imperial Tropicals gave us 5 pages. 5 pages. A lot of plants on here. I feel like a lot of the online stores don't sell a ton of plants. I feel like there's a lot that just basically focus on fish. I think Aquahana just started doing plants. Empire, Jeff said the red kind of jewels. They're from a local swap. You don't even know? I think there's less listings of everything Aquabin now. It's getting cold. Yep, indeed. It indeed is. Okay, the weekly sales list. Let's see. Least killifish on sale. Okay. A 10 pack for $14. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. 18 in stock. Some people try. There's some places you can buy at least killifish where they're kind of expensive, or at least more than that. Buy one get one on the Mexican dwarf orange crayfish. All right. So this is all the. Ooh, what? Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Oh, it looks like they sold out of the ones that were on sale. Because I clicked on it and it's not on sale anymore. But the Starry Night cichlids, Aaron has one. They're really pretty. They're really pretty. They do get bigger, but it's a really pretty fish. It's a really pretty fish. Sheesh. How many do they have in stock? 15 of the 3 to 4 inch, 12 of the 4 to 5, and 3 of the 6 to 7. Ooh. I feel like I don't see the Starry Night all the time, so that's kind of cool. Justin, no clue. I'll see if I can identify them when they finish growing out. Oh, they're still young. They're still young. Gotcha. Okay, let's see what's going on elsewhere in the world. What spot? Did they update their new fish list for today yet? It don't look like it. Not yet. Not yet. That's fine. But this was a good one. The paradise fish are on here though too. So I'm telling you, the paradise fish, they keep coming in. The paradise fish agenda has begun. It really has. I'm gonna have to find out. I see they got the Pseudomagash Gastromeidron Laticeps in too. $30 each. Man, the price on these really has come down. It took a second, but it has come down. Finally. William said that cichlid reminds me of a crappie. I wonder if it tastes good. I don't know, man. I don't really think about eating these fish most of the time. Kind of got me a little bit concerned. Yeah, she mentioned Moonlight Aquatics earlier. I actually haven't checked the site in a while. Excuse me. I'm trying to decide on while. Let's see. I feel like whenever I've gone here, like things are kind of sold out. Okay, red tail goby, and we've been seeing those. Aramizon compactus, the yellow kogel tetras, those are cool. Giant Autoleucincus, Barbatus, nice. Gastromyzon imbehalloensis, yellow leopard hillstream. It's kind of a cute one. Some peppered cories. What the? Wait. Expensive coolie loach type thing? The burrito loach. Burrito loach Capusia filaris. A rare and eye-catching freshwater fish found in the Burrito River. It's peaceful loach is something you don't see every day. There's little knowledge, new to the hobby. Peaceful fish that gets around 3 inches and prefers sand substrate. You can buy a $60 red-tailed looking, doesn't quite look like a coolie. There's something a little bit different about it. Let's look at some other photos of it. It actually does look, a lot of the different like coolie loach type species kind of just look the same. This one does look a little bit different. Jeffro said, if I pay $100 for a nursery license, I'm going to want to be asked for mine all the time. Better said, I thought you said burrito. Good point. I mean, maybe it is a burrito. The tail does look decently red in all of them, though, which that's always, whenever it's like, oh, it's got a colored tail. Oh, we got Glasser's got a sexing guide here. Look at this. It just says an arrow with male on it. I don't see that all the time on here. That does look pretty cool, though. Look at that. Pretty bright red tail. The face looks a little bit different than your average coolie loach. So I guess this kind of seems like a more lizard loach thing. I should have actually looked up like the genus. Oh, It's a new loach genius, established in 2024. Okay. There you go. So I won't even be able to find much on it. But oh, this is cooler than I initially thought. These photos they're doing the job. Moonlight didn't quite sell me on how cool these were. Now I'm looking at these photos. I see it. These are pretty cool. These are pretty cool. It's like a Cooley lizard loach. I mean, the only Cooley loach thing about it is really just the pattern. Now that I'm looking at it more. It's got its species name from the white blaze on its snout. The word is derived from ancient Greece, phalaris, with a white spot and snout. Okay, the species has 3 to 7 dark chocolate pads on an ivory or pale pink background. Each animal is individually recognizable by its banding. The caudal fin can be colorless, transparent, yellow, or deep red, with or without spotting in the rear part. Interesting. It's not yet known whether the coloration of the caudal fin is mood dependent or permanent. What is known, however, is the caudal fin coloration is not sex specific. Ooh. Both males and females can have any of the aforementioned caudal colorations. The differences between the sexes are in the form of a flap of skin under the eye, which only males have. So that's what this photo is up here. This little flap of skin under the eye. And the arrow, male. So let's see if we got a photo of both of them where we can see the flap zoomed out. Because usually they include a photo that has like both sexes in it sometimes. But that doesn't seem too difficult. The pectoral fins of the males are thicker, as is usual in loaches. There's also a small ridge between the pectoral fin rays of the males because the pectoral fins are clearly curved backwards. It can be assumed that they colonize areas with strong currents in the biotope. In such conditions, the curvature of the pectoral fins acts like a spoiler on a car. It allows the animal to remain close to the ground without exerting too much force. Unfortunately, no information is available in the natural habitat of the fish. It's like they just came out of nowhere. No one caught them. No one like took some notes. Audra said EVA for the win. Oh man. Louise said, sorry gang, we'll be back on here as soon as I can for customers at the moment. No rush, Louise, no rush. I like burritos too. I do. Come on. The burritos are good. I'm with you. Beto said I need more loaches. I know. That's how I'm feeling reading this. Okay. It can be referred to as the burrito loach or the burrito loach. That's the new name, the burrito loach. Is a beautiful, very lively fish that can be compared quite well aquaristically with the Cooley loach. Okay, so they do compare them. There's no information on their habitat yet. They're telling us that in the wild, the water should be very soft and acidic, but does not seem important for aquarium care. They're probably full grown at 6 to 8 centimeters at length. Yeah, these are cool. It's a cooler Cooley loach type looking thing. Now, is anyone else selling them right now? Not really. So Moonlight looks like our main choice at the moment. They made the Glasser plunge. I feel like this was a good pickup by him. I'm not gonna lie. This was a good one. I think that this does actually have some good appeal. I think people would be into this. It's a bit more expensive, but I think it's different and unique enough to be worth it. What's up, my fish tanks aquatics? How's it going? Burrito Loach got a little hot sauce on the tail. Yep. Jody, just remember your Loach Queen. Congrats. I want the poster now. Everyone needs more Loaches, Jody said. Yeah. I co-signed this. Okay, I co-signed this. You want to spend all your money on that Loach? I'm with it. I understand. I do. That's just not. I'm not on the Loach wave right now. I'm more on the catfish wave at the moment. I'm more on the catfish wave. What can I say? I'm a simple man. Okay, still got the. I just want to say I love to see $150 fish have 2 5-star reviews. That's what you want to see. Okay, you better leave a review if you buy this fish. We want to know. We want to know because if I win the lottery, I'm trying. I want to make sure I'm getting some good service. Now, $50 gudgeon, Morgunda and Buddha gudgeon. Okay, the northern purple spotted. Okay, it's one of these, but maybe it's a little bit different. You know, I like gudgeons, but I'm not ready. I don't have the space. I don't have the space. My space is mostly spoken for. That's why I'm on the catfish. I have room for catfish. Okay, but like when it comes to cichlids and egg scatterers, my room's more limited. I have to be convinced. I have been coming around on these, the Pantalensis corridors. I saw some in person and I was like, okay, these actually do look pretty cool. Maybe I underestimated them before. I really did. But these actually do look cool. I do still not prefer the Brocus body shape. They kind of remind me of like hogs, but you know. What's up, JP Jeffries? Hardest working fish dream, that's right. Ani K said who's buying some? I want to buy some. Not today though. Not today. Today? Man, I need another coffee or something. I was gonna go to the ACLC swap tomorrow, but I'm just feeling I don't think I'm gonna survive. I don't think I'm gonna survive that drive. I'm not feeling fantastic. Oh man. Green laser quarries. Yeah, I'm not ready for a $40 quarry yet. That's gonna take me a second. Oh, the sail fins. Man, the price on these sail fin gudgeons, they just keep coming down. Everyone just keeps putting them on sale over and over again. Holy. Yeah. Hate to see it. Ross, I hope you get yours to breed, man. I hope you get I hope you get yours to breed, man. I know you bought them at full price. Oh man. Oh, Corridors SPCW001. I would want these just because it's number one. Like that would be the appeal of them to me. I just want the. It would kind of be crazy if someone had like all the numbers like up to 100 at least, you know, and you put them in tanks in order, CW01, 2, 3, you know what I mean? Those Manai Corridors. What? There's all sorts of Hoplosoma all over the place these days, huh? It's a little bit, not the best looking, not the best, in my opinion, at least. Whoops, my luck has been so bad with shipping fish, DOA, a bunch of rare angels, and 2 epistle pairs. Damn, I'm so sorry. Louise said phone died, charging while working with customers. My bad. No, no worries, no worries. I'm chilling, I'm chilling. Ooh, this one looks cool. CO12 Corridors Cruziensis. Or Haplosoma. I just like how white it is. Well, hold up. I don't want to sound racist, but I'm just saying. It's very bright. It's got a very bright white body. It's striking. Vampire crabs, yeah. William said, don't worry, Louise will be here all day. Oh my gosh. That's very nice of you. That's very nice of you. Okay. I feel like I've seen what I need to see. He's got the Bumblebee autosynkless. Oh, this is interesting. He's got a 10x bundle pack of them. Oh, it's sold out. I would love a 10x bundle pack of the autosynkless. Come on. That would actually be quite, how do they say? Lit. That would be quite lit indeed. So what catfish does Wet Spot have? That's what I want to know. Since I'm in the catfish zone, let me just take a look. You know, let me just see what's going on before what I need to look up. Okay. If we're gonna have any photos, that'd be nice if we had some photos. Wet Spot, please. Wet Spot, please. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, where's the photos? Okay, we got some more photos here. I wish this one didn't get so big. We talked about this before. The white spotted lyre tail pleco. I feel like this tail looks so freaking dope, but I don't have space for that. But everything about this is appealing to me. You just got the white spots, you got the cool tail. Like, what else could you possibly want? Aaron's still arguing that plecos are ugly. I just don't understand. He thinks plecos and corridors are ugly. There's something wrong with this guy, man. How can you think that Corys and plecos, like all of them, are ugly? That's the kind of stuff I can't get behind. This kind of hate, this level of hate. It's got to be unhealthy, right? Oh my gosh. What's up, Mary Oliver? Just coming in. Hello, everyone. What's up, Mary? How's it going? We're just chilling. Louise is helping some customers right now, so we're flying solo, just looking at some different fish. I guess one that okay, the Galaxy Auto. I know the Latin name for it. It's something Horoldi. Okay, what is it? Paradosynclus Horoldi? Maybe, perhaps. 1 second. We lost the call until Louise comes back. So let me just throw myself on here for a moment. Yeah, we're back. Okay. Yes. Let's see what we can, because this is one that's been getting a lot of interest. Now, if you remember the big plant auction or whatever, you remember we talked about how some fish were missing because the shipment was delayed, right? So now what's going on is they have, I thought maybe they'd wait till the next meeting, but what's going on is, ooh, Louise said, hey, Nick, Mary Oliver's birthday is tomorrow. Give her a shout out for me, please. She won a gift card to the store and passed it forward as a donation to the Fishy Biz Turkey Hall. Thank you. What? You should give me the gift card. No, I'm joking. Okay, well, shout out to Mary Oliver, birthday tomorrow. Everyone at home, let's drum it up. Okay, let's do it. Okay, 3, 2, 1. All right, here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mary. You should have given me the gift card. Happy birthday to you. There you go. Shout out. You guys better have been singing along or else I would have been real awkward. But okay. Aaron says it's true. The plecos are ugly fish, cool patterns. Absolutely not, bro. Absolutely. I've seen the fish you think aren't ugly. KJ says, happy birthday, Mary. Did you enjoy your birthday song from Fishy Biz? All getting serenaded everywhere. Ani K said, happy birthday. Feel like I'm on the wrong live. Wait, why are you on the wrong live? William said, happy birthday, Mary. Bob said, Nick put his all to the song. Bro, look, I got the shout out request. I had to pull through. I just don't see how you could say that this is an ugly fish with a cool pattern. This is not an ugly fish. Like, you're just objectively wrong. You're objectively wrong about this. This is a pretty fish. It looks like a little galaxy. What's the problem? What, like, look at that face. Funk didn't even try and sing. Can't sing with a lollipop in your mouth. Pause. What's up, Bob? Okay, so William said that's not a pretty fish. What do you mean? What? This is this is a good looking fish. Are we gonna say like a zebra pleco isn't pretty now too? Like we're gonna say this isn't a pretty fish? We're saying this is an ugly fish with a cool pattern. Like, bro, it looks like a sports car. This is like luxury. This is luxury fish for a luxury streamer. You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys are truly I can't respect this. That's because it's always birthdays on Funk's channel. Oh, I see. But yeah, this one I'm interested in, but as I was saying, so the fish didn't make it to the auction. So they're not waiting until the next meeting or whatever. They decided to do like a flash online auction, which I'm a fan of online auctions, of course. But here's the thing with the online auction stuff, which I think is good for the club. I think the bids are going to go high. Now, pickup is on Tuesday, which is a little bit inconvenient, but it is what it is. I kind of wish it ended. I wish the auction ended Saturday, and then pickup was like Sunday, because I don't really think people need that much more time to bid. Because look at this, they've already bid. It opened up last night. They've already bid up the lots, almost all of them, of this auto synchronous to $40. Okay, they've already gotten there to $40. Um, yeah, the Sam guy, he's the one that did the online bids that like cleared all the final bid numbers before. Might be the one. I wonder if he's one of the people that like drove a long way just to bid on these autos, but he bought a lot of stuff. But it's funny seeing like things like the Hestatus and the orange laser cores be lower than other things. Like you can tell the auto synkless or old eye, people are really they're really into these. They're really into these right now. So I'm not surprised. Now, I would say look, Big Steve is bidding on them, so like I'm probably just gonna stay out of it, man. Big Steve is willing to crash out on the auctions. He'll spend his whole entire life savings. Like he's just gonna go crazy on it. Mary said, "Thank you, Nick. Song well sung." Hey, listen, man. When I'm told to do a shout out, I gotta try my best. William said the pattern is beautiful. You have a point there, but what's ugly about the fish itself? Like, you may as well call all fish ugly with cool patterns, then, because I don't think it's any uglier than most other fish. You know what I mean? Uh, anyways, people really like these. The retail price of them before shipping is like $30 each. So like, I feel like these will get there. I think these will probably get there because they're not available all the time. I don't think. I don't think they're available all the time. I mean, I know that they're likely on lists and stuff, but I don't know how many of them people bring in at once. Yeah, excuse me. Like, Aqua Imports has them in stock for 30 each as well. Yeah, definitely one. I wonder if this is like a dark substrate, like you need a dark substrate for them situation. But just grab some juveniles from Steve in a couple months. God damn it, bro. Steve has been breeding everything. He's making it impossible to find something to myself to try and have. Like, this is my unique breeding. No, Steve breeds everything. Hottest up and coming hobbyist breeder and best breeder of Nanochromis transvestitis in the world. What are you gonna do? If plecos are ugly, all fish must be ugly. Yes, bro. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Bro, what is more ugly about a pleco compared to many other fish that people consider not? What you tell me what fish isn't ugly then? It's easy to just, oh yeah, plecos are ugly with pretty patterns. Okay, what fish is not ugly? Pattern not considered. Like the pattern is part of what it looks like. If it's got a pretty pattern, if it looks pretty, it's pretty. How do you say it's an ugly fish with a pretty pattern? I just don't. That's the logic that don't logic. You coming at me or like, come on, bro. It's ugly and other fish ain't ugly. Okay, see, this is rage bait. That's what's going on here. Absolute rage bait. Dwarf pleco is a captivating species. Okay, Brazil. Okay, named after ichthyologist Geraldo Paulo Jr. This is reading off of Aqua Addiction. What's up, Jacob? How's it going? How is it going? What's up, Mick? Eating and watching you. Those Geraldi are nice. Had some earlier. Wait, you said eating and watching. Those Geraldi are nice. Had some earlier. Like you ate the Geraldi? Because the way you made like makes it sound like you had some to eat earlier. At the wash working, I'll be back later. Be cool, fish your friends. Appreciate you stopping by, man. Have a good time at work. They're like a mini ancestors. Yeah, I think all these things that people can call dwarf plecos, like anything that's going to be like first bushy nose plecos, I was like, okay, that's a small one. If we can go smaller, and if people can be like, yeah, you can definitely keep these with shrimp, I think that's what makes them like go crazy. It's like, okay, this is the shrimp friendly pleco, right? I feel like plecos already were not that big of a deal with shrimp, but you know, some people are different levels of paranoid. Um, Elasoma. I mean, Elasoma without the pattern would be ugly. Have you seen their faces? I mean, first of all, there are Elasoma that have, like, look at this. This is ugly. This is an ugly fish. It's ugly. When it don't got the color and don't got the pattern, yeah, it's an ugly fish. You can't discount the pattern as if that's not part of what the fish looks like, bro. Like, come on. Look at look at this face. No way, bro. The Pleco looks way better than this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're actually tripping right now. So hard. I just like I can't stop getting trolled on my own stream by these rage baiters. Man. Hillstream loaches are adorable. They look pretty similar to Plecos in the face. Some of us, especially some of the longer faced ones. Okay, they both got like similar attributes. Let me see. Let's see. Let's see. I mean, first of all, we're talking about without patterns. I mean, without the patterns, these things are just gonna look like a blob. They got no definition. Oh my gosh! Like if we're talking about jaw lines, like bro, non-existent. These things barely even have faces. Like no offense. The loaches are cute, but without the patterns, you wouldn't even be able to distinguish what the hell you're looking at. They just look like a blob. I mean, this is a fish that needs the patterns more than any other fish we talked about because they got no definition. They need to get those jaw trainers or something, man. I mean, look at this. Where's the face? It's like Lord Voldemort. The smooth giant holes in the top. Pause. Like this is crazy. No, I think I'm right about this one. And yeah, Anike said I'm right. Female Elosoma better looking than Pleco. Oh, you got. Oh man. Oh man. This is this now you guys are trolling. Mary Oliver said Hillstreams are plecos, stingrays, and woodfish. There you go. Bob Bravo said Pandagara supremacy. Pandagaras have cuter faces than Hillstreams. You can actually see them. First of all, they have necks. Like they can look around. You know what I mean? Look at this. Yeah, this is a Chad fish. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Very cute. Without the pattern, the Hillstream, you would think you're looking at like a lesion. Like each rock just has like a tumor on it. JP Jeffrey says you're right, Nick Seal. Okay. I can't believe you're fanboying Pleco so hard right now. You recently bought stock in Big Pleco. No. I want to though. Look, I got Hillstreams. I think Hillstreams look good. You guys are the ones that are trying to differentiate. Are you in the anti-Pleco stock? You're the one going out of your way to try and say they're ugly. It says these guys display a notable inclination towards social behavior, often seen gathering in peaceful groups. Ooh. See? Strong water movement, robust filtration. Okay. Okay. Natural habitat. Listen, man. I just I don't really get the hate here. I don't. Snails are cuter than plecos? Bro. Yeah. I'm ignoring William. I'm ignoring William. Anike said mystery snails have the greatest faces. I do think mystery snails have cute faces. I do. I'm not saying I don't think snails are cute, but this is getting out of control. This is getting out of control. Emphasis on the troll part. Control. I just can't do it. Oh man, I forgot to bring my water down here. It's kind of weird. Like I'm looking around and things are just so much cleaner than usual. I'm making some progress. Making some progress in here. Got some platypus hatching. I just need to get a giant Daphnia culture going, and then I feel like we're doing good in here, honestly. Start bringing the Heraldize and you're owing a few bucks, no doubt. Well, first I have to actually purchase them, you know. So we'll see. This auction closes on Sunday. We'll check back in on Sunday and see what I think the prices are going to get to retail probably. There's 3 lots of 3. I think there's going to be people that are willing to spend whatever on it. So I'm not expecting to get anything from this auction. So we got 4 Tucanos. That's at 20. I don't think anyone's really going to want these. I wish that we had photos of the actual fish. I do kind of wish we could see what they looked like. It's like a little bit unfair that there's people that can bid on this that have seen the fish. You know what I mean? Maybe the Histatus could be affordable. I don't know if people would bid those up too crazy. There's 2 groups of 6. The orange laser quarries, I mean, that's a relatively expensive fish. Again, this is another one where the picture would be nice because, like, what size quarries am I bidding on? Like, that does. Some of these, the size makes a big factor in how much they cost. Like, I feel like Plecos, how big they are, affects the cost pretty significantly. The Histatus, I don't think as much. The quarries, I think it does affect it a little bit. I don't think the Parodicinklus matters too much. We got a pair of Epistogramma Hongsloi. I mean, these are relatively common, so I don't think they'll go too crazy. But yeah, the whole club fighting over 12 lots at once. We'll see. Mary said, Nick, drink fish tank water. If it's good enough for your fish, it should be drinkable. No, no. I never said no. I never said I stood by those values if it's good enough for my fish. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm not drinking out my cat bowl either. Like my cat's water bowl. I mean, just because you can do something doesn't mean you should do something. Yeah, that makes sense, right? That makes sense. They might fit well in small tanks. Yeah, I think so. I think so. I did hear though. I did hear they might eat plants. So maybe I need to spread that information. I've been hearing that they might eat plants, or that not that they might. I've been hearing that they do eat plants. So maybe that's the strategy to drive the price down. You know, if everyone learns to eat plants, I don't know. They might nibble on the plants a bit. That's kind of a plus for me personally. That's kind of a plus. I mean, it could be a side effect of them not getting enough to eat otherwise, but yeah, I don't know. Big mistake myself. I had several pills of the Dorsigera, didn't care for fry. Oh man, that sucks. That definitely sucks. Let's see, has anyone on Reddit posted these? Yeah, I really enjoy the Reddit aquarium content. I enjoy the people arguing over things. There's like endless entertainment on here. Uh, there's like a few posts about them, but none with like a lot of quarantine length and diet questions. Oh man. See, look at this fish. Looks fantastic. I don't. All these people saying it's an ugly fish or it's a ugly fish with pretty patterns. Like this is It's ridiculous. Like it's absolutely ridiculous. Where's the one? Quarantine length and diet. Interesting. He's feeding them Rapashi Super Green and Extreme Scrapers, and they seem to like those. Feeds 3 to 5 times a week. They feed on wood biofilm. Okay, okay. Oh, man. Sometimes I just like to go on the aquarium subreddit and just be like, What's going on this week? Let's see. A hot. Sort by hot. Wait, no, it's aquariums. Not aquariums. That's the bigger subreddit. There you go. What are these dangerous? And it looks like a bunch of seed shrimp. The actual shrimp, I don't think they're dangerous. Pearl, these are cute, 2 inches, and don't disturb other fishes. I agree. If I find a place today, that's going to be a purchase. It's definitely going to be a purchase. Corey's breeding. Let's see, what are the top posts today? What do we got? Anything interesting? Is people flexing their tanks? Tell me your aquarium nut without telling me your aquarium nut. I'll go first. All right. This is a good stalling for Louise thing. r/aquariums. Let's go. Yeah. Bob said r/aquariums. Oh boy. Okay. You guys answer this in the. So tell me your aquarium nut without telling me your aquarium nut. I'll go first. Let's see what these people say. Okay, this guy said, I watch scaping videos while I'm on the treadmill, and I listen to podcasts about which substrates are the best for planted tanks. I feel like that's reasonable. I could do the podcast thing. Mixed Horaldi costs $30 each from Glasser here. Yep, same here. I'm definitely not watching videos about scaping while I'm on the treadmill. I tell my friends they don't need to buy that fancy alkaline water at Whole Foods because our public water supply is nearly as alkaline. Is that okay? I guess that could be a fish thing. OP said I have at least 2 dozen 5-gallon buckets. That's probably a decent sign. I have a $400 microscope sitting on my table, the same table as my tank. Okay. The lie in the first statement was that they used the treadmill. It's funny, DK. I save random pieces of foam thinking I may be able to use them in a filter someday. Okay. Yeah, we got the box of filter parts. Okay, yeah, the junk. UPS hates me when 5 boxes of salt, subscribe, and save delivery arrives. I have 15 costed smart plugs with aquarium in the title. Paid over $1,000 to get my aquarium plugs connected to the generator. Now I don't have to worry about my water will get too cold when there's a power outage. Wow. Okay, this is too much. I keep an Excel spreadsheet of water parameters, water changes, and aquarium maintenance performed. Tracy back 8 years now. Jeez, that's way too work. Louise said, sorry, still with the desk. Hey, man, I'm glad you're getting customers, man. Glad you're getting customers. Jeff said we're watching Nick's stream. Do we need any other proof? That's true. If you've gotten this down bad in the rabbit hole looking for aquarium related content that you've reached me, then yeah, I don't think you need anything else to say that you're an aquarium. That's for sure. That's 100% for sure. This one is embarrassing. My wife says I talk about pleco babes in my sleep. It doesn't say pleco babies. It says pleco babes, which I'm just picturing like an anthropomorphic pleco woman, which is I don't want to think about it anymore. So I don't keep vegetables in my fridge drawer. Instead, I have a plastic box full of Canadian night crawlers from Axolotl. You need a different fridge for that, man. You need a different fridge. I drive 45 minutes to a pet store out of town just to look for cool pieces of wood to buy. Wow. Okay. This is what the people in aquariums. This is what they show. Cheap fluval tools in Ontario, Canada. Look, the fluval tool set for $4.75. That is nice. What? Come on. Ani Kaga and Bob co-signing Jeff. True Jeff. Whoa. There's an aquarium. There's a negative aquarium co-op post in the top post for today on the aquariums subreddit. I saw this post the other day, but I'm surprised that's like under top post for the day. Like it's gotten that much engagement. I'm scared to even click on it. Guys, I'm not gonna click on it. I'm not. I won't do it. Let's see what else is going on. Uh, hmm. 45 minutes for a fish tour is child's play. Seriously, bro. Wait, yeah. Okay, in the chat, what's the longest you've driven to go to a fish store? For me, it's like one way, like 3 hours and 20-ish minutes to go to Louise's store probably is the longest. Ani K said, click it. Oh my God, guys. Come on. Come on. It's Positivity November. I like just making up new things for what November is. 2 hours? 2 hours and 45 minutes? What's up, Johnny Best? Okay, this is me with a canister filter. I had no idea what I'm doing with this canister filter. Exactly. Jeff said 6 to 7 hours. Jeez. That's crazy. Those are the top posts for today. What's the top post for the week? There was you know what? I didn't talk about this on stream yet, but there was some beta fish subreddit stuff going on that was just like insane to me. Like these beta fish people are the most hypocritical, inconsistent, bad faith individuals I've ever seen. Like there's zero logic with them. It's all just the addiction to telling people off. Snails are freaking me out. It's like the snails floating in the sky. That's funny. What the? I sort of sound like something fell, but I can't see. I need to buy more polycarbonate. Mine is too flimsy because it just came from like a greenhouse kit, so it's not like real legit stuff. But hey, Johnny Best with the $5. Thank you, Johnny, so much, man. Dude, every time you come, you drop $5. I really appreciate it. You really shouldn't. You really shouldn't. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. But I really appreciate it a lot. YouTube, YouTube pays you on like the 21st or something like that. So around the 21st, like from the donations you guys have given, like trust me, we're gonna be doing something fish related with that. We might have to make a fish purchase or I don't know. Oh, speaking of which, we're doing trivia next week. Maybe it's Wednesday. Johnny said professional poor person. I appreciate you so much, man. But Wednesday we're doing or sometime next week we're doing trivia with Captain, and I think the winner is getting free stuff from Captain by Moonlight, Captain's Critters. So probably some micro worm cultures and stuff. So just a heads up, to hit the books. All right, we're doing some kind of trivia night. I'll try. I want to contribute to the questions as well, but Captain is definitely taking. It was her idea actually, so she's kind of spearheading that. So trivia night is coming up. Be ready for that. JP said can't wait. Yep. Me either, man. Me either. But no, thank you very much, Johnny. Johnny Best. You know what I've been interested in recently? I didn't think I'd get interested, but Mormrids have really been interesting me recently. They really have. Yeah, Shirley, so I'm glad you get a kick out of it. It's a fun title. Yeah, Moneyless Maven, Professional Poor Person. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. All right, I'm clicking it. Let's see. I'm too curious. I'm too curious how you don't really see like YouTube related stuff on the aquarium subreddit all the time. So like I'm just like I have to see what is so disappointing. Now part of it why it's in the top is because it's getting a lot of downvotes too. Because that's the thing when you look at an upvote, like it says 40 upvotes, it probably has like 100 downvotes. You know what I mean? But I just don't see like YouTube related stuff on this subreddit a lot. So we'll do this, then we'll do the beta thing because I didn't want to talk about that. There was some beta subreddit drama going on, like one subreddit warring against another subreddit. Like posts were deleted. It was wild. Okay. Disappointed by Aquarium Co-op Lite. I'm just impressed that this person actually found one. Can you even buy them? Like, they gotta be gone, right? Because they stopped making them. And online stores can't sell their products, so even if they had them around, you know what I mean? Yeah, I don't think you can buy them. So I don't even know how the person bought it to be disappointed. Like, is this fake? JP said, get some rope fish and be the first. What's up, Jose? Jose said, hello, everyone. Blanket, hello. Just got home. Hand surgery. Won't be chatting much. We're here. Oh, man, I'm sorry to hear about the hand surgery, but hopefully it's actually good news because it'll improve the function of your hand or whatnot. So I hope the surgery was successful. Cheryl said, I wish rope fish were easier to breed. I have a couple and they're awesome. I haven't even thought about the breeding of rope fish before. Okay. Let's see. Disappointed about Chrome Co-op light. It was the only light my LFS had, so I spent $130, and it's a major disappointment. No timer, only brightness adjustments, and sun or moonlight. Okay, so far, I don't know what's the problem with it. I like all this. I like all these things about it, like that it has no timer, so I can just plug it into the Casa or whatever. But you know, you teach their own. Bought a Higer off Amazon for 1/3 the price as very nice automatic day and night sight. Okay, this is a casual complaining, so I feel like this isn't a big deal. I'm more curious. I saw this thread earlier, but before it had 58 comments. I'm kind of curious how the hell it got so much engagement and what people even talking about, because like a discontinued light doesn't seem like much of a topic. Dago said, I'm late for good reasons. Fall cleanup in the flower beds. Welcome, welcome. We're just Louise is helping some customers. We're just trolling through the different subreddits, seeing what people are talking about. All right, let's see. I fell for a co-op's heater with a digital display and external knob. It crapped out on me in less than a year and almost roasted my 10-gallon tank. Seems like a big heater for a 10-gallon. Somehow heated the water up higher than I intended. Never again. I can't say other products are better than theirs, just that theirs aren't worth the price. I do appreciate their content, though. Now, the heaters were discontinued because they were bad, so, I mean, I guess this is a legit comment, probably. But I just can't believe it's got so many, like, positive upvotes since a negative comment. It's crazy. It's got 44. They apparently discontinued their heaters because of this precise issue. Someone I know lost their fish this way. They contact Co-op about it. No notice sent to customers, no recall, no announcement. They just quietly pulled it from their stock, and all my friends got in return was, sorry, here's 10% discount for their dead fish. I'm pretty sure they announced that the heaters were not being produced anymore, if I remember correctly. I at least remember talking about it on stream. I remember talking about it on stream and being like, our failure rates were better than other people's, but people were complaining, so we had to take it down to save our reputation or something like that. That's what I remember from the stream. So I think they did announce it. Let's see. Get well soon, Jose. Yeah. We hope you do well. Don't feel the pressure to chat, man. You know what I mean? Just sit back, relax, look at the discus. He's got all the fancy fish, man. He's got the discus, all the good stuff. So I mean, sit back and relax. The luxury fish, the luxury fish will heal you. Okay, anything aquarium co-op, you're paying extra for the name. Blah blah. Dollar store super glue, $1 no thanks. Aquarium co-op super glue, $6. Heck yes, bro. These people are just hating at this point. Come on. There's no the super glue is not $6. I don't believe that. Oh shit. Wait, it is. Bob said these comments are getting a lot of upvotes. That's it. That's bro. I'm surprised. That's why I'm surprised is in the top post because like it's just about the light, and like you know that it's got a lot of downvotes. But like the comments themselves, like this got 93 upvotes on this. I didn't realize people were turning on the co-op brand like that. That's wild. My co-op 100-watt feeder just died last week after 3 years of service. I mean, that sounds pretty nice to me. That sounds pretty nice to me. I mean, the issue with the heater is like, well, they did discontinue them because they didn't work too well. So like anyone saying that stuff, I can't. I mean, yeah, I can't disagree with them because yeah. Now the $6 super glue kind of looks like that's what it costs. You get two here for 7. So Hydra's selling it for more, and I don't know if it's an equal amount. It looks like an equal amount to me. I mean, okay, yeah, if you want to get into the Gorilla glue and stuff. But I mean, if we're just talking about aquarium glue, it kind of seems like that's the going rate. Unless, what is this? Is it Etsy? Oh, this is three for $6. Hold up, 33% improvement. But yeah, there's a little bit of hate. But I mean, it is true. If you get normal super glue, it's going to be cheaper. But we're comparing them to what other fish safe super glue is selling for, and it seems like it's the same, around the same price. Like, yeah, okay, Harbor Freight's got 3 for $2. But I mean, if you don't want to think about it, you don't want to check the ingredients, buy the fish safe stuff, whatever. Bob said, I see super glue for $6 at the hobby store. What's up, Mississippi Hippie Fishes? That's a fun name to say. George says the co-op brand is popular here on the West Coast. We got a decent amount of RPP stores here too. Same glue, chemical. Bob said, yes, all aquarium glues have a markup. Yep, I agree. So I think this is just hate. This is hate. But it's just, again, the up folks is just like crazy to me. It's sad to say I have good entertainment value from co-op. Greatly enjoy the channel, but their products are just rebranded stuff you can find on Amazon. 16 replies under if there's a generic brand all-in-one fertilizer. Co-op's Easy Green is kind of pricey. These people broke. Let's see. Plant Surprise. All-in-one. 500 milliliters for $24. I was confused for a second because the smallest size isn't the first option. So I was confused because I was like, wait, why is the next one? 120 milliliters for $12. Okay, all in one aquarium fertilizer. Let's see. Okay. What's a good equivalent? I mean, UNS is probably going to be pretty expensive, right? I kind of want to get the brine shrimp hatchery from Co-op. Yeah, I think that the Zis hatchery is pretty cool. Gorilla gel, bigger bottle for the cost. Yeah, but not everyone, like, they have the confidence where they want to do that. They just want to know that it's safe. So like this Thrive C, this looks like it's slightly slightly more expensive, just a bit, but basically the same. The UNS Plant Food Max. How much is this? Okay, so this is cheaper by a little bit, just a little bit. Okay, we got the different size options here. Okay, all in one aquarium fertilizer. Let me do that again. I mean, there's some like random ones, but that might be cheaper. But the Thrive all in one is 18. So there's a few that are a little bit cheaper, but it's not too crazy. Now I guarantee this is just going to be people saying mix your own fertilizers. Yeah, make your own dry salts from that Nalak G. No thanks. Bro, who needs to fertilize that much? It'll last you for 2 years. Like, you guys really dumping the fertilizer in like that? Gorilla Products US paid no tariffs, no extra costs to say. That's hilarious. The aquarium glues are made for folks who don't want to do their research and save money. That's what I'm saying. But that's totally. Listen, I just want to know that it's safe. Mississippi Hippie Fishes. What are ingredients to look for on safe super glue for fish? I want to say that you just want to make sure it's just the cyanocrylate based super glue with like no additives, I believe. Yep, there it is in the chat. If I can go to a local hardware store and pay less for the same thing, I don't care about the labeling. It also is just like convenience. You're ordering from this aquarium thing already, so why not just get the aquarium safe glue? Like it's more expensive, but like you don't have to go to the store. Like I don't know. I'm not too bothered by that. I'm also not mixing my own fertilizer. That's not gonna happen. These people did 16 comments about this. Okay, here we go. We got our first positive aquarium co-op defender comment in here. Let's see if they can do a better job than me. I'm trying my best. Okay, yeah, everyone's saying the cryolate. Just that only. Okay, Mississippi Hippie Fishes. The chat hooked you up. We got you. Go buy that glue. And don't. Can you sniff super glue? Is that a thing? Okay, Easy Green, the light, the filtered air stones, and possibly a certain USB air pump were all his unique products. He worked hard on designing with factories and lost a lot of money from failed prototypes. Does Corey look like he lost a lot of money to you? Didn't he just spend like thousands of dollars on a novelty giant sponge? Man, you see those tubs? Hold up. Wait a second. Yo, times are tough. Yo, I'm not seeing times being tough, man. All they do is spend money. You see these fucking
This is the bariatric jelly.
outdoor tubs, bro? Now this is the luxury lifestyle, man. This is what I'm trying to get like. Look at that. Now, if I had tubs like this, I might actually go outside and use them. That's nice. That's really nice. Okay, yeah, lost money. I remember Easy Green was designed for 1 pump to 10 gallons, but you don't get the pump anymore, right? You don't get the pump. Yeah, you only get the cap now. You don't get the pump. Is the glue that is used to close wounds? It's the glue that's used to close wounds at the skin level instead of sutures. Really? Wow. So I can use my fish super glue to do surgery. If you see anyone with their nostrils stuck together, definitely a super glue sniff. That's funny. Don't drink water in my house. Pretty sure it's full of fish poop. What? That's a problem, right? Oh, so you know what's funny? You don't get the pump anymore. But I did notice the other day, you can buy the pump. If you miss the old pump, you can buy the pump that does 1 mil per pump on Aquarium Co-op. So if you want to have the pump instead of this cap, okay, you're gonna spill it all over the place everywhere and stuff like me, you can buy the pump. And it's got 56 5-star reviews. Okay, so like this is a good purchase. Works great. Wish it came with the bottle. Much easier to feed. I use a small container, no problems, but the pump makes it easier. Great job. People love the pump. I was so glad to see a replacement pump available, and it's so inexpensive. Works great. And my plants say thanks, Corey. Man, this is wow. The pump on my Easy Green stopped working, so I purchased this for a cheap cost and replaced the old one. That were replacing pumps. Oh my gosh. Okay. My original broke. Okay. You know what? It's only $3. That's kind of nice. I would probably buy this if I wanted to, whatever. The pump is $2.99. They sell it separately. Okay, so you got to buy the thing separate. Okay, let's see what's going on. But yeah, okay. I remember one pump in a time where no aquarium bottles used a pump system. He had a lot of problems getting the lights working. I'm almost positive it has advanced features like what you're looking for. Not really, but I never got around to ordering them. Okay, we got our defense in. Let's see what this person responded. This is like the grade A co-op hater in this thread, by the way. I don't know. They might have like stolen his firstborn child or something. Like he's just like lighting into them. Those USB pumps never last and are garbage. Now this does seem to be the USB pumps do have some more negative reviews than some of their other things, and I think the fact that they recently put out a replacement diaphragm, a branded, by the way. They got a branded package replacement diaphragm for their air pump. I feel like that's probably a decent indication that their reliability has been an issue. I'm gonna say I'm gonna say probably a good indication. So maybe that's a fair point. We'll see. Because this is like I don't know if I believe this. He said when I contacted their support over them dying in less than 6 months, one of their solutions was to bang it on a table and see if it works. I don't believe that. I've only heard good things about their customer service. Um, okay. I have looked at what the filtered air stones were. Come to find out, they no longer call it the Never Clog Air Stone. Even the web address to the product calls it a Never Clog Air Stone. Okay. So is this, it used to be a Never Clog and now it isn't anymore? This is an aquarium co-op product, but it is funny that the address to the product is aquariumco-op.com/product/neverclog airstone. Probably should change that. That is funny. That's why I said this person is just like a tier hater, because who would even notice something like that? Like, not definitely not me. Okay. I lost track of where I was at for a second. Okay. No one was doing a pump dosing system. Okay, so it says that exists. Whatever. All right, you can buy similar brands on Amazon. Okay, we're off the thread of the fertilizer pumps, but I'm still shocked, man. I'm still shocked. This is the aquarium subreddit, bro. I thought they were a little bit nicer here, a little bit more supportive. There's just a lot of bitter people. Okay, for cheap high-end lights, go weak aqua. For cheap lights, Higer. I'm actually not familiar with weak aqua unless I look it up and then suddenly I recognize it. Let me see. Weak aqua. When you look it up, Higer comes up next to it, so that's an interesting thing. You lose FYI 20 drops equals 1 milliliter. Use your brain and save $3 plus shipping. Just saying, man. You're speaking too much facts, man. I don't know how to count though, so yeah. Davo said lose count after 3. Yeah, that's gonna be me pretty much. Okay, weak aqua. Right, we got a billion products situation, so I'm just not gonna know what's going on at all. But I guess this is supposedly a more affordable high-end light situation. I mean, it looks fancy. Jeez, how long is this page? Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, we got so many details, measurements. Okay. We got a screenshot of reviews. We got stock photos. We got FAQ. Okay. I use a pipette for liquid fertilizer. I've been using pipettes a lot more recently for like dechlorinator and things like that, especially on like the big. Okay, fish light. Yes. Weak aqua fish light. Interesting choice of words. Like, do I want the weak light? But it's weak, WEEK. Now the website isn't really loading. So like, can I buy this from somewhere else? Let's see, Aqua Rocks Colorado sells them. P600 Pro. This is the affordable Pro lights. This is still like $200 or whatever. I don't really know anything about expensive lights. So I mean this one was $70. Okay, so I don't know. Whatever. Someone says that's the cheap light that they like. I can't say it either way. I've never used it. Co-op is the most overhyped junk. People swear by them because of social media, but in reality, their junk is overpriced and unreliable. Look how many products they pulled off the market in 3 to 4 years. 17 upvotes, man. I can't believe this is in the positive. Now, how many products have they pulled off the market, really? The heater, all right? The two size heaters. The lights. That's it, right? That's it. My prediction, I think the flow kits will get the axe eventually, or be adjusted quietly, potentially. So I do think that they're a clogging disaster. But what else have they removed? I think it's just 2. the heaters and the lights. But I'm also not a co-op historian. The liquid carbon went out because of a regulation in their state. Yeah. And then the brine shrimp, that's just out of stock because they need the money to buy the giant sponge filter. Wait, did you guys see the giant sponge filter? I'm not making this up. Hold up. It's like times are tough. You know what I mean? We can't bring in the brine shrimp, but there's like a billion. Where is? I think it was when he was back from Brazil, but it was a live stream. Return from Brazil. Yeah. I've had the air pumps are failing a lot too. I've had half a dozen returns in the last few months. Okay, so see, that's what I'm saying. The air pumps, clearly the air pumps they have a big issue with, not just because the comment here got a lot of upvotes, but like I think them putting this much effort into the parts thing is probably a bad sign. Because they didn't just put the replacement parts, like they made their own video, video on how to repair it. You know what I mean? They really want to make sure people can repair these. Now, if you go to the battery, and Louise, whenever you're no rush, but whenever you're ready, just call me on Discord and we'll hop back into it. But I can finish my detour. But the thing about the co-op reviews, you have to read the positive reviews because most people like they don't want to give them bad reviews, so like they'll give them like a 4-star. But if you read through them, you'll see that there's a lot even in the 4-star about them failing. So Louise saying 12 returns and whatever, like that doesn't surprise me. Also on their Facebook page, go to their Facebook page when they post about a product, people will like comment if they've ever had an issue with it. And when they last posted the air pump one, there was a lot of comments about it. Mary Oliver said, I'd sent my great grandson, he's like 3 and likes to count, so he can count drops. He repeats some numbers, says he likes 9 and 10 and 13, so his count might be a little off. That's hilarious. And Aaron said, excellent plan. I can't wait for the grandkids. I had the pump, now I'm nervous hearing their fail. You're probably fine. It's all percentages, right? If they sell a billion of them, 5% failure rate is going to be a lot of people. So, you know what I mean? This time of year, power outages with the snow and stuff, I'm sure they got to be selling a decent amount of them. But yeah, that's one that I do think they probably have an issue with. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Where was I? Corey's a great source of information, but you guys drink the Kool-Aid. But here's a comment. Do you mean the USB air pumps with the backup batteries? If so, we've had 4 of them running for over 2 years and no issues with them. So there you go. This person said, I want to second my experience. My USB pumps have always crapped out and needed replacing after several months. So see that it's a mix of experiences. Okay, it's a mix. So yeah, maybe a couple products pulled off, not a ton. I mean, I do think the products pulled off at least does demonstrate they don't necessarily do as much testing as maybe the impression is. I think that's obviously true, or it's just not as thorough, possibly. Just theorizing. Okay, the aquarium co-op light is rated at 13 watts for the 12 version, the 12-inch version. Overpriced. Corey's an okay guy. His videos are increasingly a nothing burger in terms of actual content, and they seem more interested in selling product. I'm not sure why any guy would dive into the market with no feature better than competitors. Okay. Oh, here we go. He would be a hero if he made a decent hang-on-the-back filter. I mean, I think that the aquarium co-op hang-on-the-back filter's got to be coming, right? I mean, if they're making undergravel filter plates, like HOB's coming. He's been testing all these filters and stuff. Like, I'm sure they're making another kind of filter. Chris said WTF didn't get a notification. 2 hours of entertainment I missed. You can go back, man. And Louise she's gonna come back on and whenever she's done with customers. So you can always just stay. Everyone's just waiting for that, like the suspense. You know what I mean? But it's all just a ploy to make you listen to me read Reddit comments. Okay, see, this is what I agree with. Yes, you could mix your own dry fruits and save money. You can also buy your own cow and carve it up to save on beef prices. That's what I'm saying, bro. I am not to, I am not going to mix my own fertilizer. I don't even use fertilizer anyway, so I'm the wrong target market. Mary said, "Don't be sorry, Louise. You're earning your living." Yeah, Louise is apologizing for that. She's literally in the open store, doing her job. We're distracting her. Like, I feel like this comment probably represents a decent amount of us. As a big fan of Corey and Aquarium Co-op, this is disappointing to read. I've only bought plants from them, and those all turned out great, but I don't doubt any of your experiences with the hardware. This is how it is for every hobby. Reddit enthusiasts turn every small complaint against a company into generational hatred. That's so true. Meanwhile, hundreds of regular people who actually order from Aquarium Co-op every day seem to be overwhelmingly happy with what they receive. I mean, there's enough people that have ordered from regularly that have left bad reviews, so I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea. This might be an Aquarium Co-op employee for all we know. 6-month-old account. Let's see. Global Offensive, 3D printing, Magic the Gathering, Lexington, Kentucky. Yeah, I think we should. Lord of the Rings. This is definitely yo, Corey, Zenzo, or Randy. Which one of you is this? Which one? Come on, come on, man. This is like all their interests in one. Busted. Okay, I'm such a troll. This is a pretty hilarious comment though. I have to agree with it. Reddit turning every small complaint against the company into generational hatred. Well, on the betta fish thing, we'll get into that because that's pretty funny. YouTube at least notified me lately. They've been notifying me to stream or the day after. I know. That's why I post in the Discord when I'm live most of the time because people always are missing. But they're always missing things all the freaking time. Okay, this person likes the sponge filter and the air collar and the small fry food, but there's still a small operation relying on Chinese quality assurance for most of their products. I wouldn't paint the whole business with a broad brush either way. I mean, this person just painted them with a broad brush by saying they were relying on Chinese quality assurance for most of their products. Now, I will say they're not a small operation at all. Are they a multi-billion-dollar company? No, but I mean, they're a multi-million-dollar company. They're making millions of dollars. So, I mean, yeah, I think they've grown beyond mom and pop status for sure, for sure. This person likes Night Crew. Okay, this is another hater. Queer Co-op is a grift. They can provide some good information, but all their videos are guerrilla marketing. They subtly push their own products even if you don't need them, and are sometimes inferior to cheaper alternatives. Okay, we got the defense has more upvotes than the attack. Let's go. Let's go. We're rallying here. I disagree. I've used products and advice from them that have been solid. There's certainly items I don't use from them anymore, but I wouldn't call it a grift. Not yet. Okay. Wait a second. This was not as much of the defense as I was anticipating when I started reading that comment. The Med Trio was a nice setup in the fish shop expectations realm for the hobby, as well as their betta condos. That'd be great if other shops imitated them and took fish welfare more seriously. But, okay. Fair and balanced. I wouldn't even call it subtle, to be honest. Corey pushes his products hard in his videos. He's always talking about his business and why it's better. I mean, I get you have this big brand you built up, but you wouldn't need to push it so much if you just sold good products. The only thing I'm remotely interested in is the Easy Flow sponge filter attachment, but I'm yet to see one on a regular sponge filter. I'm not buying all new sponges for that. Okay. I don't even know how I feel about that, honestly. Betta condos, Bob Bravo said. Yeah, I don't know what they're referencing with the betta condo thing, but again, uh, I'm missing a lot of knowledge, historical knowledge. So Okay, one problem I've had is their easy flow sponge filters are great and innovative with the uplift tube. However, I noticed if I feed their nano small fish feed, it clogs their sponge filter super fast by plugging the little micro air collar holes, which are a pain to fix. I don't know if I talked about that, but I did actually. So I was trying to figure out one of the reasons why maybe they were clogging fast for me. And yeah, the powdered foods definitely. So I've been using other powdered foods, and I was doing tests on them again. They definitely can get in there. I have 15 tanks with these sponges and have to clean them way more than my other generic sponges. I noticed they now sell a fine pore sponge kit instead. So basically, with the collars, don't use the collars. Put the tube down. If you want to use the flow kit, put the tube down the flow tubing and plug it in like normal, and just use it like that. You don't really need the collar if it's clogging for you. You can still use the uplift though. My corridor died in a uplift tube, the straight tube. Not yeah. I lost two RoboCops out of Synkless, not to a co-op uplift straight uplift tube, but just a normal uplift tube. I would say that uplift tubes are pretty risky for certain fish, is what I'm noticing. Uh, I don't know if I wonder if you could. Well, that probably defeat the purpose, but I wonder if you could do like a pre-filter sponge situation on the end of them, or a grid, or yeah, maybe a grid attachment, like 3D print, like a little grid attachment, because it is some fish definitely do get stuck in there. And now, yeah, I lost two. I literally went upstairs, took a shower. All the RoboCops were in there. I had four. I got from Louise. I took a shower. I came back down. There were two stuck and somehow dead in the uplift tube. At the time that took me. Now I do take long showers, but you know, sometimes there's just little things like that you wouldn't really think of unless someone told you they had that experience before. So, but I mean that's any tube sponge filter tube. Um, Notice how co-op fishes only the okay, people hating. I will say I do think it's funny. On stream the other day, someone asked him like, since you guys don't have a heater anymore, which heater do you recommend? He's like, none. I'm like, I guess he has been talking about how maybe we don't need a heater aquariums after all. I'm like, really, your heater was bad. You had to pull it, so now it's just like, don't buy any heaters because we don't have one. I kind of get what they're saying with that. I've used aquarium co-op sponge filters and ran my 40-gallon on them for a while. I like them well enough, and generally more than finer sponges I've used. The course can be pretty nice. I've used Easy Green and I like it, but intend to switch to either powders or UNS when I run out. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Okay, there's a fish that's like regularly hitting the top of the lid or something. I don't know where it is, but I'm not seeing any fish going crazy though. It's probably one of my Tetris. They like doing like crazy stuff when they're doing their spawning activities. Okay. I like their heater until it burst on me in the middle of the night, which almost super sucked. Oh, I will say I have one of their heaters, and I was running it for like a year and a half until it did start not not necessarily working as well. But it still kind of works. It's just like the accuracy of the temperature. But I don't know how long heaters are even supposed to last. Every heater, it seems like every heater I've used has broken. I've had terrible luck with heaters. So I kind of believe the thing that I think that heaters are just bad products in general. So even if there's what was better, I just think heaters kind of suck. Okay. I think co-op is like many businesses in the hobby. Some of the products are good. Some spaces they shouldn't have moved into. Blah. Everything I've seen has pointed to a light and some other non-filter related hardware falling into the second category. Some examples that come to mind with other companies are C-Chase heater. Heaters are probably bad for a bunch of companies. See, that's what I'm saying. And much of Fluval's marine offerings, particularly their nano protein skimmer. This is likely true for companies like ACO and many of the brands on Amazon whose hardware just seems to be drop shipped rather than custom designs. I get wanting to provide in-house options for everything, but unless they're actually innovating in space, I think they should just pick pre-existing good products in those categories. This person's like, just don't innovate on the design, just white label it straight up. That's an interesting perspective. Live, laugh, loach. We did look at the cool loach earlier. Okay, more haters, hobby influencers. Okay, so this is where I'm exposed. I did comment in this thread earlier in the thread's lifespan because this person just something about their comment baited me. So this person said I worked there and their light is just a Fluval light rebranded. All their stuff is trash. And I did comment. I was like, you mean they didn't spend 200 years tweaking the design to create the best light that's ever been inside a green box? I'm calling cap. See? I came to the defense. And then they said, it's the same with their plants. They buy them from Tropica and resell. But I mean, that's just having a plant supplier. So I don't get what they're trying to say with that. But hey, I don't know. Maybe work there. I have my doubts. Death to heaters, but I used to recommend and sell them. Like KJ, do you have an online store or something that we should be looking at? Let me know. People in the chat that have stores. I need more stores to look at. Yeah, especially if you got a new arrivals page. Come on. Uh, okay, here we go. Magic small fish food is magic. Come on there. Good plants. Always stock with meds. I've had better luck with them than Buse plant. I'd say 3/4 of my plants from Buse died in transit or soon after. I haven't ordered from Buse plant, but I mean, sounds like a pretty bad experience. The terrarium plants are especially bad, unrooted cuttings that are hard to root. Easy green is easy and not expensive. I don't fuss around with salts and mixing. I'll agree with that. It works for my purposes. I bought scissors from them. High quality stuff. Maybe higher quality than I need to get the job done, but good quality. I got a free t-shirt for them and I love it. They sent me a free sticker too. But yeah, the mechanical stuff, hard pass. The cheaper stuff is often better. The expensive stuff is better. They're stuck in the middle and they don't have the capital to stick it out and struggle to the other side, the high competency in design and manufacturing. I don't know about that. Maybe order less novelty filters. Kudos to them for the entrepreneurial spirit. I'd rather they try than not. So this was just it's just interesting seeing a thread with so much engagement on a YouTube I guess influencer brand. I don't know. You just don't see that all the time. And I was surprised at the upvote ratio on some of the negative stuff. Usually negative stuff like gets downvoted pretty consistently. So I thought it was interesting. So some definitely some hate in there. Definitely some truth. The page still saying never clog on the airstone that's no longer called the never clog stone. That was pretty funny. That was the funniest thing. And then I do think, yeah, we got Randy's alt Reddit account on here. I'm joking. Okay. The betta fish post. The betta fish post. I read somewhere heaters should be replaced yearly, but heaters aren't constantly on, so they shouldn't need replacing that often. Money making product. JP Jeffrey said, a Hemager with Inkbird controllers. I have no issues. KGU said I was acting like Corey. Oh, I see. Death to heaters, but I used to recommend and sell them. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I do think the most legitimate critique in there, I won't say like the content is like infomercials, but like there's definitely there's a pretty straight through line with like product introduced video about this topic, which like makes sense. But like, snails are fine, cleanup fruit are fine. You drop the $20 snail collector, it's like, I'm trying to figure out how to get rid of snails, all the snails. We hate snails. This post was removed for brigading, apparently. So I actually can't look at it. It was a betta fish subreddit post, and it was going at another subreddit for recommending bad betta fish care. But that it was something about 5-gallon minimums. But the thing is, and there's a couple things I want. So one, I had a comment thread in that other post where it's actually a productive discussion on Reddit, like which never happens, and it was great. Jose says also uses the heater with the Inkbird. I think that's the issue though. It's like, yeah, you can use heaters with the Inkbird, like, but that's basically the heater isn't doing anything it's supposed to besides heat up because you can't rely on it to maintain a temperature safely. So you got to use something else to shut it off, which I think is just, the problem is you can't, like, as far as I know, there's no economic way to scale that to like 50 tanks. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, you can buy something to make the product usable, but I think it's still, heaters are still a pretty bad product in general. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about with the betta fish people, and they're like, their hypocrisy is absolutely insane. Nick's Amir snails have 12-inch RES turtles, red ear slider turtles. Since, oh yeah. When he streams, that's for sure. Hardest working. Okay, so this post almost has 3,000 upvotes, and it's Frank's bettas posting how he keeps his bettas. Okay, and the betta is in a 2.5 gallon. And that's basically the only information we really need for context of this, because this is a subreddit where anyone with a 5 gallon and below, and even sometimes 5 gallons, if they don't look nice enough, get yelled at about animal abuse. Okay. Not only that, he's got a male betta in this jar to make this betta show off for the video. All right. And this is like, this is supposedly a wild type betta. So it's not like even a domestic strain, been in jars for a billion years. I mean, he probably breeds them in pretty small things anyway, but everything the betta fish people are supposed to be against. You know what I mean? KJ said, I didn't like my snails, but now I just got pea puffs or something cool with the snails now. Listen, sometimes it's just a perspective change, right? But okay, this is everything that the subreddit acts like they're against, but because the right person posted it, and like, I wouldn't even say this tank looks that nice. I actually have no explanation for why. But every comment is just positive. There's nothing about fish abuse. It's just the betta's pretty. You know, now this is one comment. Wait, so he's keeping it at 2.5 with a second betta in a Gatorade bottle, and no one's accusing him of animal abuse? Exactly. And look, this one's questioning too. Wait, I thought that the minimum was 5 gallons. If I have proper filtration habitat, is 2.5 gallon good? And then more upvotes than the comment it's responding to is something explaining away, you know, making an excuse here. So they can't make up their mind. Is it a 5 gallon minimum? Is it a 5 gallon minimum only for certain people that you feel like blowing? They can't make up their mind. So I came to this post, and it was basically hating on someone else, a different subreddit. That's why the post got removed. And talking about, you know, they don't have the 5 gallon minimum, whatever. So I went in here to actually comment and try and discuss. And I had a reasonable discussion with someone. I'm trying to find the thread here. I had a reasonable discussion with someone I disagreed with on Reddit, and I thought it was worth talking about. So here we go. So this person commented, and Mary Oliver said he's probably trying to breed the betta you jar, the female, before you put them together. No, he actually commented that was a male in that jar to make him show off for the camera. Jose said the thumb and ring finger were worked. Index is good. One finger text needs slower. Small electronic heaters fail, as we all know. Yeah, for sure. I need to get an Inkbird. There's some, I want to incubate some eggs at warmer temperatures. I think would help me a lot with some stuff. Okay, but so this person actually edited their comment after we had our discussion. But basically, they had posted these studies. We've talked about them on stream before. This Life Beyond a Jar study, the Life in a Fishbowl study, like the thing that people are constantly referring to as supposed evidence about a 5 gallon minimum. I saw this and I was like, am I going to do this? Am I going to try? Let me try. So I actually went in on the comments and I said, these studies don't prove anything. Did anyone even read it? It seems like people are trying to put words in the author's mouth. One paper's only conclusion was that stores should use a 1.5 gallon for display. The other says a 2.5 gallon is enough for a male beta. So I'm not even seeing where they prove 5 gallons is the minimum. They list the limitations of the paper if you read it. These look like small studies with extremely small budgets, and they lasted such a short period of time with a small sample size. Drawing any broad conclusions from them is wild. And then I said, how are you glazing this post 3 days ago showing a wild type beta and a 2.5 with another male beta inside a jar in the tank to make the better display for more for the camera with thousands of upvotes and no animal abuse accusations in sight, to now going back to pretending to care about better welfare based on quotations facts. I was triggered, man. What can I say? Uh, Basically, they responded. They said, well, they edited all their responses, so I can't even fully read what they responded. But they basically were like, okay, the study shouldn't be disregarded, et cetera, et cetera. And I said, maybe this study shouldn't be disregarded, but they shouldn't be used to bully people into thinking there's some kind of scientifically backed minimum tank size for beta fish when there isn't. So the first problem is people are saying there's a 5-gallon minimum, but neither of the papers say that 5 gallons should be the minimum for beta fish. Jose said some of my messages don't show up. I think I'm seeing your messages. Nick went all in. What's up, Mel? How's it going? I said in the first study, they only observed the betas in a tank for 7 days. Then at the end of 7 days, moved them to the next tank. They only, I should have said they only filmed the fish, so what they actually used to gather the behavioral data on day 7. And the larger tank with no furnishings only got in 3 days. How do we know they didn't behave similarly to larger tanks on day 5 and 6? How do we know it wasn't simply because of water quality? They only did a water change on day 7 and were feeding the fish twice a day. So I'm not surprised that fish in smaller uncycled tanks had less positive behaviors. So that's another big problem with this study. Is another big problem with the study is all the tanks they were feeding the fish, they had no filters. So I feel like there's probably a water quality thing involved there, where the bigger tanks, the bed is acted more healthy. On top of that, in one of the papers, they say they measured the ammonia readings before day 7 when they filmed the betta fish. But in the paper, they never tell you what the readings were. So I kind of have my suspicions. I kind of have my suspicions about that, but it's not really said. So I don't really know. Okay. And then I said, they said before that they're not in the subreddit regularly, so they didn't see the post I said was hypocritical. Now, I did, of course, look at their profile, and they do seem to be in the subreddit regularly, but it is what it is. You don't see every single post. Then this person responded, that's fair. I did not intend to come off as a bully, but I now see how it would be perceived as so. I appreciate you bringing this forward. If I'm ever to reference these studies again, I'll be more transparent about disclaiming the limitations. I do think it's important to be firm about minimums and not sugarcoat it. Fish are living, breathing creatures that deserve ethical care, and bettas in particular are often given unethical setups. A lot of my knowledge comes from an experienced network of hobbyists who have observed the benefits of aquariums firsthand. It's a point of frustration to me that so many people advocate for smaller setups. And for what? There's a reason so many hobbyists advocate for 5 gallons, and since it's not really all that big to begin with, I think it's important to play on the safe side and provide that for them, which I do generally agree with that. And I said I appreciate the response because they gave a very nice response. And I said my goal is to help people find a way to more effective arguments when advocating for certain minimums. I felt frustrated and feeling like there's more effective ways to educate people on the topic without using scientific papers, especially when those papers may not actually support what you're saying. And then I just thanked them because they did a very gracious response, and we both had this very nice thing at the end, and they thanked me for having the conversation and being patient to the poor sources and acknowledged the methodology. So it was just like a positive ending to the conversation. We both disagreed. We talked it out. And yeah, positive and productive conversations on Reddit about beta fish. It's actually possible. Now, this post was removed, so you might not be able to go find it yourself, but it's probably my account's comment history. Fish Capades, I'm catching up. Fish Police come after Nick. No, I was just reading. I'll be on Reddit commenting all the time. So I was just, exposing my activity. Man, you guys are going crazy in the chat. All these conversations I'm missing out on. What's up, Jody? What's up, Jody? Man, man, oh man. And Luis, just message me when you're ready, but I assume you're with customers. Customers, but just message me whenever you're ready. But no rush. Just making sure. Yeah, I be missing messages when I'm on stream all the time. All the freaking time. And it is a bit of a struggle. You can only do so much at once, right? It just occurred to me you meant when is my live stream? Oh, I'm trying to get back. Okay, Shirley's trying to get back into Saturdays if they can find a good time. Okay, live streaming. Listen, there's there. I think I think the hard work is going up. I think more people are going to be live streaming, man, because we got Tropical Fish Co. They've been live streaming. We've gotten like 2 live streams this month or something. I don't know. We got live streams coming through from them. I mean, listen, we're gonna have to keep on top of things to remain the hardest working. But we got the stamina. It's gonna be okay. Oh, 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 oh. Hold up, hold up. I think something great may have just occurred. Why do I talk like this? Wait, are you there? Let's go! Oh my gosh, man. Okay, I've been saved. I've been saved. Bro, you know how hard it is to there should be like a little button. I trust. I trust. Little button, little button. Everyone, little button, little button. You don't see like a little sound symbol? You got it, you got it. Yep, yep, we got the muffled air fish in what did you say you dropped your AirPods in the fish tank? Yeah, I can hear you. I'm working on getting you back on the screen. Yeah, yeah, you're good. You're good. No, no problem, no problem. It's good. You're all good, man. How's the day been going? Oh, nice. See? That's not bad. Well, I talked about some fish stuff. I think there's some fish I wanted to ask you about, but then I started reading Reddit threads. So I went over some beta fish thread I was arguing with people in, and then there was like a aquarium co-op thread. Well, you were commenting under that because you were talking about the air pumps. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I was stalling, big time. Everyone was just like, "Where's Luis? We have more fish." Because everyone was very impressed with all you knew about the Lake Tanganyika and stuff. I was like, yeah, 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 yeah. No. So we're on board. We're on board with that. So No. I mean, can you really not believe it? I mean, come on. Of course. Mm, yeah. No, no, no worries. No worries. You got a business to run. Not that you have a ghost. Hold up. Okay. Well, let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Do we have a guest streamer? Yes, Louise is back. I'm trying to get her back on screen. My thing's like glitching out on me. Um, what did people buy today? Okay. Wow. So people do buy those big ass fish. All right. Wow. Oh wait, give me 1 second. I broke my audio again, so people can't hear you. 1 second. Oh my goodness, man. Okay, okay. Wait, say something? Oh my gosh, man. This thing, like, for some reason, like, every time, man, technology is, after all this time, huh? After all this time. Wait, say something? Okay, I'm gonna restart my computer super quick. 1 second. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. That is right. We're back. We're absolutely back. Yeah, 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 this is working. This is totally working. Okay, restart the capture. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Luis, how's it feel being back
Hi.
on the screen again?
It's nice to have a break, but you know me, I hate these cameras. So
Ah, come on.
anyway,
Without the cameras, you
let's go
wouldn't
look at
know then.
fish.
Yeah.
Let me turn the camera around and we'll go look at fish.
Okay. Oh, you wanna go mobile in the store? Is that what you're saying?
Sure, why not?
Yes. Yes,
What do you want to
please.
see?
Okay, okay, okay. What do we want to see? Hold up, guys. I'm making this
All
full
right,
screen
turned
for
it
real.
around.
Oh man.
Do you want to see those new Procatopus from last week? They are
Yeah.
different than the ones you're breeding.
Yeah, I want to see them for
Yeah,
sure.
they are definitely different than the ones that you're breeding. I'm going to be so bad at this because I can't zoom, can I? Or at least see that I'm zooming.
You're
Yeah, I
good.
can't. All right. We're going to try because there's a couple guppies. Oh, there's a good male. But see how the finnage is longer than the ones that you're breeding?
Yeah, yeah.
They've got a lot more yellow to them.
What are these called again?
These are yeah, you want me to go with that Latin crap.
Come on, man.
Mortemon? Or is it Mortemon?
Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't know,
Latin
tomato,
crap.
tomato?
Come on,
Yeah.
bro. Come
Listen,
on.
my Latin stopped with all my legal degrees and I'm done. That's it.
Oh
You want
my
to talk
God.
about prima facie, establishing whether or not there's enough to take it to trial? Fine. But fish, no. I like my common names and I'm sticking to it. And it's not easy with common names. Like everybody's got, different names for different things. And I'm sure Jody will tell you when it comes to the hill streams, you do not want the common name because
Yeah.
there are so many different kinds of hill streams that'll get confused. And speaking of hill streams, so
Bob says
there's
common names
these,
for the win. This is controversial. Oh,
yep,
hey.
and then I like these little guys.
What are
This is a
those?
newer species. I brought those in 3 times now. They are, well, common name, Borneo yellowfin hillstream loach, but there's a bunch of different yellowfins. Like I've got a different type of yellowfin that
Oh, we
its
lost.
scientific names are totally different for both species.
Hmm.
Uh-oh.
Jody
Did you lose
said,
me?
just for a second, Jody said common names are BS. You nailed it, Louise. So you said something right.
Yeah. Haha, yay. I will definitely never be a
Ooh.
hillstream guru
Hey.
like
Oh, no,
he
we're getting
is.
a good view of these.
And then there's these guys here. These guys are considered the SK2 red tail hill streams. And I do have all the scientific names like on the website. It's just for me to memorize it. I can't. My brain is so done with everything else that's in it.
That's fair.
And then over here are just the standard. Whoops, he's taken off on me. Those are the standard reticulateds.
Nice, nice. And KJ said, it feels like I'm in college when everyone's speaking Latin.
And then over here, I've got the purple fins. And these guys are still juveniles. They're holding up great. Like I haven't had any death, but it takes a lot for them to, well, it takes a while for them to get that purple.
Yeah.
These guys are also new this week. These are one of
Ooh,
the
yes.
whiptails that
You
I
said you
brought
got some.
in.
So what tail is that?
That's actually just the common whiptail.
Oh,
Again, the Latin name is on the website. These guys over here are the marble whiptails. Let's see if I can get a good there. Well, there's the head-on action. I don't know if that's blurry or not. And then there's one of his cousins and one of his friends in the back. My favorites so far are the high dorsals, which are in this tank, but I don't see anybody hanging out on a rock right now.
we
And
got a
then
neon Tetra
there's
fan. It's the neon Tetras. Let's go.
well, I've got in Tetraland, I've got black neon tetras. I've got diamond head neon tetras, which are over here. Then I've got the standard neons, which are over here. Down here, I've got the green neon tetras running around. Then over,
Tetraland.
yeah, I've got some platinums left. Those are the little platinums that I have. And then I know I'm missing a few on that side, but I'm going to go back over to the front section. Give me one sec.
You got it.
I've got the gold neon tetras. Those guys are right there.
Bob said Luis is doing God's work. You like neon Tetras that much, Bob? Well, she's got them all.
Yeah, those are the gold neons. I'm sure I'm missing something somewhere. Let's see what came in this week that was interesting. Oh, these guys. So this one is new for me. These are called the NK1. Oh, where the heck are they? Yeah, you're not going to see him. He's on a black on black
No, no, I
background. But
see. I
these
see
are,
it. The Loach. We see the Loach.
Yeah, that's the NK1 blue tail hill streams. And again, I wrote the scientific name down on the website, so if you
I
look
was gonna
these
say,
up, you'll have
Jody's
it.
asking, Luis, is one of your yellowfins the gastromyzon viriosus?
I think that's the other one that I had that I sold out that is just under Hillstream. This one that I showed today is under Borneo Hillstream. And I don't think that's the one. I can actually, let me go back to the computer real quick and I'll look it up on my site.
Okay, you got it.
Let me switch you around if I know what I'm doing.
I want to see
If Nick
any
hasn't told you
auto.
guys, I'm not good on the technical side.
No, man, you're doing fine. Look,
Okay.
all Jorge and Funk and all them, they just complained about Discord. You didn't even complain. You just were like, yeah, okay, call me on
I
Discord.
could complain, but what's the point? It's not going to get me anywhere. It's the app you like to use, so we're going to rock with it.
Come
Let
on.
me
I'm old school. That's it. You said you can't be old school. You're not old enough. I'm like, I'm not old. I'm old school. It's different.
You're not old Commodore 64 and Atari old. You never will be that old, sir.
No, no,
Yeah.
no.
See, I
I
am.
was born into civil
And somewhere in
society,
an attic is actually not the Commodore 64, but I'm sure I still have the Atari, and I'm pretty sure I still have the ColecoVision.
bro.
So that's old.
Jody said Lavagastomyzon chitingdenensis, and then
I have
Bob.
one of those guys left.
Okay. Bob said Jody
And
just cast
only
a spell.
Listen, I told you, I discovered you because of Jody. I will forever bow down to Jody. She is the hill stream goddess, and she always and forever will be. Although now I've caught myself watching her on other live streams, and she's talking weird food stuff, and I'm like, uh-oh. So she's a foodie too. So like,
Oh, the food
some
stuff. Oh, did you hear about her food takes? That was questionable. That was real
no,
questionable.
I'm actually down to try some of this stuff, and or have already tried some of
But
the
did
stuff.
you
So
hear? She said she likes well done steak. That was one
I'm
thing.
good with that. I don't like my meat rare or bloody. Like I,
Oh
I know
my
it had to bleed
gosh.
to die.
Oh,
Yeah, no. If it had to bleed to die, that's one thing, but I don't want the mess on my plate. So I'm kind of vibing with her, I'll be honest.
oh my God. So
Um
you're moving to Iowa next. That's what's happening right
I
now.
can't go that far. I need bodies of water close by. Sorry. I don't know about Iowa.
I'm sure they got like a lake or a stream or
Yeah,
something.
they're cold. They're cold. No, I can't do cold.
I'm cold right now.
Exactly. Anything under 70 and I'm over it. Yeah, I'm buying. I told you how Aquafunk's messing with that new store that's opening down in Florida. They're looking for a manager, and Funk doesn't know, but I'm gonna slide right in there. Like I'm
What?
having yeah, I'm having a flash sale at the fish store because we already had our first snow up here, and even though it was a flurry, that still counts. And I'm vying for his position down there, and that's all there is to it. And if Jody's still on here, that yellow fin Borneo guy, he's the gastromyzon virosis, virusus. See, that's the other part of this Latin thing that I hate. But anyway, that's the
I'm
the
with you.
gastromyzon that I have that I like.
Hey, Jorge was too scared to say Nanochromis transvestitis out loud, so you're, you're doing all right.
I'm sorry for laughing. I totally understand why, though. I mean, look, I'm already laughing.
Oh
All
my
right. So,
gosh.
it's because anybody will call you out for absolutely anything, even if you mean well in what you're doing. So you have to be careful nowadays.
Uh, YOLO.
So,
YOLO, man. Come on. YOLO. What happened to
what
YOLO?
else does everybody want to see?
I want to
YOLO
see. I
died
want to
with
see.
whatever the next one.
I want to see every dwarf, auto, pleco. Like I want to see all of them. That's what I want to. That's what I want to buy.
All right, here we
Because
go.
you saw this
So,
ACM auction, they have the Heraldai in there, but like they're gonna go for retail price anyway. I may as well just buy them from you. So
well, I took your two RoboCops that were left off the inventory and I
okay,
marked the tank. So,
okay.
if you look on the shrimp cube is one of your
Yep.
soon to be kids.
Okay, I'm buying that.
And then, so those are the RoboCops, and the zebras are nowhere to be found that I can see at the moment. Nope, no zebras want to pop their heads out right now. Then over here, see, I got good pictures this morning, and now they're all like
Listen, I
Nothing for the
understand.
afternoon.
I understand. How many of the galaxies do you have left?
Galaxies, I want to say there's like three. Oh, there goes one. Like three or four. He's kind of sort of moving on the driftwood, but that being said, impossible to see.
Gotcha,
But
gotcha. Okay, three
one
or
of the
four.
galaxies in there.
Okay.
Mini dwarf pleco, which is in the Otto family. He's at the bottom of that Java fern. And there's, I think, three or four of those guys, but the
Oh
only
yeah,
one
yeah.
out is
I
that
see.
little guy.
How big do those get?
Then, those guys, if I'm not mistaken, 2 inches. I have it on the website because,
Okay.
again, my brain just can't hold information
No,
anymore.
I mean you're
These
right.
guys
Gotta
are
do my
new this
research.
These guys are new this week. They're the flathead autocyclists, and
Yep.
they don't even have like a name. Like they just went insta common on them. These actually came from Wet Spot. But other than that, they don't even like know exactly what those suckers are yet.
Okay.
The rest are
Wait,
gonna
are
be
those
up front. Uh-oh, you froze.
I froze?
Uh, okay, you're back.
Okay.
Over here I have bumblebees, and there's one right there. Whoops, he's taken off. Okay. So that's a
Hey.
bumblebee.
Okay, hold
And
up.
those guys stay a little cute and petite, and they're just adorable.
Wait,
So for
back up a
me, I
little
would
bit
say,
so it focuses. Back up just a little bit.
oh, better,
Yeah, yeah.
maybe.
Okay, that's got way more color than I remembered.
Some of them are still sitting here, and that being said, they get comfortable. See the one guy
Oh
running
man.
around on the
Wait, how
cloud
many of
we
those
just
you
took off.
have?
Check the inventory, smarty pants, because I don't know.
Oh
I'm going
man.
through a lot of them, so I don't know. And unfortunately, that log, they're living in the center of it. So the only way I know accurately, yeah, the only way I know accurately how many there are is by the website.
I understand.
Um,
I totally understand.
Down here, I think, oh wait, I still have one or two of the vampires. He's actually chilling right now on the rock substrate. So he's up there. He just turned and he's facing us now.
Yep.
So those are the vampire autosynclists.
Okay.
And then there's a
Also,
peppermint staring at us.
oh yes, the because you
He's
said the
cleaning the
peppermint was
glass.
like the
And
other ones, but I'm not. I
they're
don't.
similar to the galaxy, but they're a little bit bigger than the galaxy. And there's
Okay.
another one on the heater. And oh no, that's a lizard loach. And those are some gobies. Oh, the
Bob
goby
says.
wants to come say
Bob
hi.
says, "Where's the big plecos?"
Big plecos. So I don't have any monstrosities in the shop. I carry mostly grow out size.
Monstrosities.
Right now, my biggest is that royal that's staring at us and underneath this piece of slate. He
Oh
has a
yeah.
cousin in here that's smaller, and I don't know where. Oh, the cousin is feeding off of the sponge filter in the back.
Oh
Let's
yeah. I see the
see.
royal there.
And
He's decent size.
down there's a honeycomb. There's a few honeycombs that are running around in there.
Ooh, those are nice size too.
Then back there is a blue phantom behind the heater.
You can see it.
And oh, can you kind of see it?
Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Celebration.
Uh, let's see. I sold both gold nuggets today. There's plecos in each one of these tanks that I'm walking by, but unfortunately, none of them are out. Sorry. Um,
You're
yeah,
doing your
they're under
best
their
for Bob.
favorite piece of driftwood. This guy here, there's three of
Hey,
these guys in
is
the
that the?
tank. They're called the Devil's Den pleco. It's a red-eyed, red-tail pleco.
Interesting.
So they cap out at around 6 inches. And then I might be able to find, I have two slate plecos up there, kind of. So that's a slate pleco that's
I
under
like
there. There's
those.
two of
I
those
think those
guys
look really
left. I
cool.
love the slates.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was on Planet Catfish, and there's people that own them, but I don't think there's any breeding reports on them just yet. Up here, and I'm not on the ladder, and like this is top shelf right now, but up here should be two snowballs, and I don't know if they're gonna be on camera, but I'll just
But
skim
we do see
bottom.
the pistos lurking.
Yeah, they're nosy. In here somewhere is an Angelicus pleco, and I
Oh,
don't know if it's going to
those are
come up.
really pretty too.
Yeah, I'm just kind of skimming through.
No, you're good. It's funny
No
seeing the different
finches.
cichlids popping up.
And I have a vampire pleco somewhere up in here with the panda pistos, and he doesn't do any work as a juvenile. See all that algae? Wants nothing to do with it. Can't wait for his tablet, but won't touch any algae. And don't get me wrong, they're more carnivorous. But that being said, as babies, you're supposed to eat everything, and that is now a lie.
Have you seen you still have Biotocus in there?
Yes. And supposedly they're good algae eaters, but I don't know where these guys are running around. They usually hide in the back.
Mm.
Sorry, this is another ladder tank, and I'm not with the loud.
No, you're
There's one.
good. Oh, yeah, we see a little bit
There's
of
one here
movement.
now.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, there's one of his cousins just popped out up
Oh my
there.
gosh, they're so small.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
the?
they're tiny. They're like the black stripes. And then there's my baby Congo. He just wanted to say hi.
Oh my gosh, look
I
at
just figured I'd let
him.
him say hi.
Oh my
And
gosh.
he's the cousin to my keeper guy. So if anybody wants to meet Pumpkin, he's probably sleeping in the sand, but let's see. There he is. So that's Pumpkin. And he just sits and waits. And I'm going to put my hand up and see if he comes up. No, he's not
I
feeling
think,
me.
yeah,
He
you
knows
do
I'm
that thing to
sleeping.
the tanks, like you do your hand waving at the tanks, and the fish like
Yeah, that's what I'm doing, but
you're
he's
like a
not having it because he knows.
Disney
Oh, wait,
princess.
he's coming.
Wait.
He's coming. There
Oh
he
my
goes. See,
god.
yep. I
Oh
just
my
teased
god.
him, so he's gonna be mad at me. He thought my
Oh
finger
my
was a worm.
god. That is so
So
cute.
that's pumpkin. Yep.
Oh,
And let's
they're gonna love that.
see.
I know
I
the
couldn't
people in the
find
chat
my
right now.
skeleton pleco.
They're looking up tank requirements for a pumpkin right now. That was too cute.
In here is a leopard frog pleco. I don't know where his cousin is, but there's one there. Down here is the gold king tiger pleco. There's two of them, and neither one of them are
Okay.
showing their faces.
Ooh, what about the
Um,
butterfly barbs?
there's a
You
little
got?
squirrel loach that wants to come out and say hi. See him hiding under the rock,
Oh yeah,
shaking his
hi.
butt.
Hello, Loach.
Let's see what else. I've got a bunch of bushy nose plecos. They're all over.
Do you have
Back
the
there,
butterfly barbs still?
the butterflies, I think I've got 7 of those guys left. So that was the blood red tiger pleco. And
Okay.
now we'll go back for
Man,
butterflies. Give
you
me
do
one
have a lot
sec.
of different plecos.
You got me fluttering all over the place. All right, hold on. All right. So there's
Wow.
what I've got left in
They're
the
so
butterflies.
small.
Yes, they are.
They're very cute. Oh my
They're
goodness.
kind of like brazen though. Like when I first put the rice fish in with them, they were like, nah, we're not feeling these roommates. And they were kind of chasing the rice fish. And now they went back to just their little group of kind of floating around and figuring things out. But the males, they get like cherry red in the morning. Like that one, like towards the back, he gets cherry red. So I can't completely sex them. But that being said, I can definitely tell you who's male dominant.
So how much bigger than that do they get?
Not much bigger. I think they're, if I'm not mistaken, it's 1 to 1.25 inch, I think is their max size. They stay on the small side like those arrows.
Wow.
And speaking of Tanganyika, so this is some of Tanganyika land.
Oh, is that the
There's some,
compressors?
well, those are the inkfin calvus.
Okay.
And then this is a baby frontosa staring at us.
That's a
And
baby?
then down here, yep. And that's a Sumbu shell dweller. And then down here, sorry, there's a little bit of fog.
You're good?
Down here are multis. And then, let's see, I think that's all I've got in that tank as far as variety. And if we go down here, so you've got 7-stripe
Okay,
frontosas,
so
you've got the
now we're
nice
seeing
small
the layering.
frontosas.
So it doesn't look chaotic in here. Like there's not people like fighting and stuff.
No, definitely not. I'll back up the video a little bit further. So
So
in
you see
here,
there's some in the middle.
yep. And they do. They take all their own territories, and then you've got the shells for the Similus shell dwellers. And right there. So in here, there's a black widow frontosa that's probably chilling in the back. So that's the black widows. Then I've got the Night Star frontosa, which is like a super rare. But that being said, there's one of them there. There's, I think, 3 of them in the tank. And that guy, he's like my dominant male as far as the Night Stars. Then there's a few Cyprichromis Karengis, or however you pronounce that, which is one of the sardine cichlids. So that's one of them that's about to go up. So he's at the top. Then there's red fin cottos, which are those guys right there. Oh, I just heard a doorbell.
You got it.
And then there's, you saw the similis. Then there's a Julidiochromis, I want to say it's malarii. I don't know how to pronounce that one.
Yeah.
That's that guy there. And a couple of his cousins are probably in the back. These guys are the Ornata pinus. And
Yeah.
there's another one there.
It's interesting. The shell dwellers are swimming up pretty high too.
Yep. And they do, like, they'll just all kind of do their own thing. And then there's a Nakamba Bay yellow calvus back there. Well, compressor sep, he's now behind the Night Star, but obviously the Night Star is kind of like busting with him a little bit. So that's kind of why he's being shyer. But he's hiding under the rock.
That's a lot of species. That's crazy.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, there's at one point or another separation will exist. Like the frontosas will have to come out, but again, they're small enough that they're not causing like too much. I don't want to say damage because they're not causing damage, but they're not bullying too much.
Right.
But you know, as things grow out, I move things around. But again, it just all depends on how everybody's being for the day.
But it's
And
a good look to just see.
That jumped.
Oh wow.
That's a Simbu that definitely belongs upstairs. But anyway.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm kind of glad that the 40-gallon sticks out more because that's the only reason why he's alive. So
that's crazy.
And then this is the 55. So here's where the lay lupi are. And
okay,
then,
so we were looking. So that's what we were looking at on Imperial Tropicals order. There's yellowfish.
Yeah. Yeah, and then you were looking at some of the other compressor seps. So that guy right there is the fire fin. There's a couple Nakambas in here. There's some gold heads running around. Then this is the Tetraphallus. This is, well, I call them Trets, and I'm probably pronouncing that long word wrong. But those guys are like a mini frontosa. That's as big as they get. And they look very similar to like your standard frontosa, but they stay on the smaller side.
Yeah.
So they're quasi aggressive. Like I would say if anybody is showing the biggest signs of aggression, it's usually them. But these guys lately, these are cylindricus. They're in the Julidiochromis family, but those guys have been kind of acting up. But it's because that guy wants to breed. He's definitely in breeder mode and has kind of been moving everybody around. That one's a sunflower cichlid, which is similar to I think it's a Burchardi, but that being said, it's in the Burchardi family. But they get that like nice little orangish yellow pattern.
A lot of
on
nice yellow tones in these.
And then, he just hid, but my standard Burchardis are running down at the bottom right now. They're definitely camera shy. Let's see who else is running around in here. And that one is a Boops. I cannot remember the first name of it. I don't know why I'm having such a brain fart. But they're called Boop cichlids. I'm out of all the goby guys, and I'm saying I'm also out of the Xenotilapias. Yeah.
No.
Well, I'm placing an order with Rick and Tamala in the next 2 weeks. So I'm just waiting for a couple other customers.
The gobies were cool.
Yeah, there's a couple customers that like I special order for them and they give me their list once a month and then we just go from there. Let's see, what else did you guys want to see? That one right there is a brown mosaic hillstream. I don't know if it's going to show up. He's my last one. I sold 4 of them this morning, so I got to restock those guys.
People are buying fish. That's why we haven't had you all stream, man. They keep coming to buy fish.
I know. I'm sorry. Usually you get a little dead patch until like 3:30, 4 o'clock. Then it picks back up.
Well, yeah, show the discus for Jose. Jose will like this. Yeah.
So that guy right in the middle, he's my white. I'm sorry. Tiger turquoise white. And then that's my snow white. And then a red leopard and Let's see. I got some hiding. See, every time I take out the camera, they get camera shy.
Well,
And
there's a
then
couple that
blue
they were.
diamond.
Yeah,
And
I
sorry, you're
like
getting the glare off
the
the front
blue. I
door.
think you said the blue diamond. I like that one a lot when I was there before.
Yep. Okay. Sorry, one of my ex-employees just walked in the door.
No, you're good. Well, I'll probably wrap up stream anyway. So
Yeah, I'll let you guys go. Aside from that, thanks everybody. Hold on one second. I'll try to turn this around without you seeing a thumb. Okay, so thanks everybody. I had a good time. And Nick, I'm glad you're feeling a little bit better. And if Mary's still on here, happy birthday, Mary. And Jody, I'm doing this in person right now. I bow down to you, Hillstream Goddess.
oh my gosh, this is ridiculous.
So that being said, I'll let you guys go. Have a great weekend. And Nick, take care, all
All
right?
right, see you later. Thank
All
you,
right.
Louise.
Bye, guys.
Bye bye. All right. Well, that was whoa. Why am I taking up the whole screen now? This is it's terrifying. Jody said, "No, I'm sick, and this is great entertainment." I'm sick too, bro. Hold up. What's my excuse? I don't really got one. Hold up. Hold up. Abe, when you have guests, would it be possible to put links or their info in your visual description? Oh yeah, that would be possible. That would be. The link to Louise's website is You Look Fine, bro. You can't just see when someone's sick all the time, bro. I'm not gonna look totally a disaster if I'm putting myself on camera for 4 hours. That's the link to Louise's site. Usually I do just, hey, we had Louise on before, so, and I kind of did it last minute, so I just forgot to put it there. But come on, you should already have the link to her site. What are you doing? I just added it to the description though. Do site, and yeah, I'm probably going to do a retail therapy if I can, since I'm probably not gonna be up to going to ACLC tomorrow. I'm probably making an order from Louise. I'm gonna buy some. I'm gonna buy some of those autos immediately. Abe said I'm new here. Just wanted to get to know you all. No man, I'm Joshua with you, man. Of course. No, that was a good call. Should have had that in there already. We it's added. It's added. And what do you want to know about us? Feel free to ask. I'll tell you who to avoid. Okay, let me fix it so I'm not two giant faces. Jody said, "Welcome, Abe." Yes, welcome. Everyone say hi, Abe. He's a slacker. Who's a slacker? Me? Abe, you don't know it yet, but you just walked into the hardest working fish tube stream. That's what the streets have been saying. Okay, you don't know it yet. That's what they've been saying. By they I mean me. He's been holding up okay as a champagne cork and as a stopper. What? What do you mean? Man, y'all a bunch of y'all a bunch of haters. Y'all a bunch of haters. How long have we been streaming? KJ said hi, Abe. Everyone's pretty cool here. Just yeah, everyone likes to troll me. They like to rage bait me. That's what they like to do here, pretty much. Holy man, come on, hanging out with Louise. That was pretty fun, right? That was pretty fun. 100% Slack master is the word on the street. Slack master is crazy. That doesn't even come close. There's no way you could call me the Slack master, man. I've been doing good. Okay. We're not streaming every single damn day, but like we're streaming pretty regularly and for decent chunks of time. But yeah, not sick, just as the ruds. Yeah, listen, I'm not gonna. If I was looking obviously sick, I'm not gonna come on stream and like, guys, please, please, please watch. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna torture you with me if I can't function. You know. Jeff said she's definitely way too good to hang out with us. No, she got some stuff to do, man. Okay, that's all. She got a store she's running. JP Jeffrey says, we need 5 hours. Nick, you were on stream earlier. I don't get it. What do you mean? What do you not get, Auntie? Uh, no, she was gracious enough to even jump on while she was actually working in the store. So we got some time. I did want to get a little bit more into like shipping advice, but I feel like we got a decent amount of the shipping stuff. I mean, we want to talk about fish, let's be honest. So that was the main thing. Jody is sending my number. Wait, why is Jody sending your number, Jose? We got a problem? You about to be the next person calling me, telling me to watch out? Man, watch out. I'm calling right now. Oh man. Why can't you show your face now if you could show it? Wait, I am showing my face now. What do you mean? Or give us new face pictures. I've been looking at. Wait, my face has been on the screen this whole time. Wait, we've had stuff on the screen besides my face. What do you mean? I don't know what you mean, ATK. I feel like you're gaslighting me right now. But you don't. If you don't want to see my face that badly, I mean, fine. But my goodness, just that I didn't know that was an option, bro. My goodness. You do have stream stamina, not gonna lie, Jody said. Yeah. What is everyone else's screens? I mean, you should have been seeing like all sorts of stuff. Like right now, I'm on the screen, but the picture's there. I mean, try refreshing maybe. And someone gave Auntie K the bootleg streaming link. They got her watching a blank screen. It's crazy. Maybe somehow you put it in audio only mode by accident. That's the theorizing. That's the best theory I got. But I'd like to think it isn't my fault this time. Yo, I just heard that noise again. There's a fish hitting the top of a lid somewhere. I want to know where it is, because, like, that's a jump risk. It's got to be a bigger fish. I mean, it's probably just the tank is filled up enough that when they, like, go strike something at the top, that they hit the lid a little bit. Um, man. Man, oh man. Okay. Well, I am. That helped. Maybe now I do see Nick. I do feel like I owe. Well, let me see. Is this video thing gonna? If this thing works, then we'll do it. But if it doesn't work, then okay, it's not working. But yeah, what we got coming up? We got trivia is coming up next week. I don't really know what the weekend holds. I'm probably gonna want to just rest tomorrow, honestly, with how I'm feeling now. Uh, I'm surprised that actually. I thought I was worried about having enough energy to make it through, but we made it through a decent length stream. Shout out to everyone getting ready for the ACLC swap tomorrow. Even though I won't be able to make it most likely unless I wake up in the morning and feel like $1,000,000 and like driving, which I don't think is going to happen. I'm sure it's going to be a great event. So if you're in the area, Aquarium Club of Lancaster County is doing their swap going on. I'm working my 6th day this week tomorrow. I expect you to do the same but be on stream. Bro, what? Bro, I'm on sick leave. Come on. You guys got no mercy. I see what you all mean about the Slackmaster thing. What the heck? Hey, you just got here. You can't be turning on me this quickly, man. You can't be turning on me this quickly. I actually I'm a little bit surprised at you, Abe. I thought I had more time before you realized the truth. But no, Slackmaster, come on. Come on, we're over 3 hours. I'm trying to get my phone camera to work because I was going to show some fish on stream, but my phone camera is not connecting. So you guys just might be unlucky. You might be unlucky on this one. Can I say? And Jeff said, "Welcome to the stream, Abe." Come on, man. I will say some events coming up real quick. Let me just some aquarium events coming up. Let me just plug the Aquarium Society of Central Maryland. We finally got our bank account going, so we're doing memberships, and I'm working on the member cards. They're gonna be pretty cool. They're gonna be metal if all goes to plan. They're gonna be metal membership cards. So, but this weekend, this Sunday, we're doing a meeting. If you're in the Baltimore, Maryland area, you should come through. We're doing a paint and sip with our usual mini swap, so people bring stuff to swap around. We're doing a paint and sip, $5 for non-members, free for members. And our treasurer, Grace, will be leading the paint and sip. She happens to be an artist. We'll be trying to paint, or at least I'll be trying to paint because I'm terrible painting, a Bosemani rainbow fish. I feel like that's a pretty good subject when it comes to painting, you know? Not too bad. Yeah, and we'll still be doing the mini swap. We'll only have one, but we'll have one of the new display boards that me and SVC made for members to use at our swaps. And I don't know if you guys missed it. So I'm trying to think of like some cool, unique things for members. We do mini swaps at the meeting. And sometimes it's kind of hard to see the bags in the room. So I was like, well, what if we made some display things that members could use for their bags when we're doing the swap? And yeah, me and SVC made this one here. Maybe SVC to the right. So yeah, it's got like a little light on top. You can put a longer one above. And then we got slots that you can adjust a little bit for the bags to go in. So we probably need more for everyone to have space, but it's a start. You know what I mean? At least we have a light around people can hold bags under, and it's just, something a little cool. Looks nice. It's a little membership bonus. So far, other membership benefits we're working on. We got 10% discount to London Town. We got a 15% discount for Louise's store, actually, I believe. So, I mean, she does ship. Guys, come on, let's do buy a membership to the Aquarium Society of Central Maryland. Get 15% off Louise's store. Don't have to live here. It's like shameless. Shameless. Absolutely shameless. I'm sorry. But yeah, so that's coming up. And then we had a little bit of a delay getting some stuff together with the bank account and things like that. So I'm going to be scrambling to try and assemble. We're doing our annual holiday swap, December 21st, and I am trying my best to make sure we can get it together and promote it so we have some good attendance. But Louise is also coming to that event, so I'm just saying it's going to be a stacked event. She's been holding it down, coming through with the support, so I appreciate it. As long as it doesn't snow. But since it's kind of near Christmas time, I'm trying to get the promo going for that. But it's the same place, holiday swap. We're going to have some good vendors. We're going to have some good raffle items. I think we've gotten donations from a couple places. I hear rumors there's possibility we'll have a RODI unit for a raffle. So yeah, some vendors, some raffles, scavenger hunt, ugly sweater contest, and all your favorite local fish nerds are going to be there. So hopefully I'll be able to pull this together and we'll have a successful event. Luckily, the club has a board that's full of competent people that aren't me. So it probably will be a success. I'm just going to try and not get in the way of that being a success. Every time Nick makes me wish I was in Maryland. Come on, man. It's not too bad. Oh, Anike said, me too, Bob. Me too. Nah, it's okay, man. We can chill in here. KJ said, I can't paint, but I sure can sip. Wish I lived nearby. I wish you guys were nearby too, man. Jeff Kane said, Nick, are you going to make it to a KY event next year? How long of a drive is that? That sounds like a lot of driving. So, are you going to drive here? I mean, Did Nick just say he started us all bank accounts? Great, I love spending money. Sounds like real fun. No, I made. Well, I didn't make the account. The club now has an account. Now the club is all official. It's got a bank account. It's incorporated and all that. No, but I appreciate that you love money and spending. You're gonna have to spend your own for this. That's not a membership bonus that we offer yet. It's over 10 hours to KY for me. Why are you going there? Wait, what? You said the KY event next year. What is the KY event? Maybe that's the question. I don't know what KY event you speak of. Excuse me. Ali. Also, if you're local, as I said, 4 hours from me. If you're local, Aquarium Club of Maryland, their elections is going on. You can do nominations. Yeah, you can do some nominations for different leadership positions. I nominated some people, and I don't know when the vote's going to be, but yeah, just putting that out there. What other local news going on? Yeah, the ACLC swap. I think that's really worth going to. There's going to be a lot of cool vendors. I know Jesse's going, and he's going to have some cool fish that I wanted to go and buy, but I plan on going to visit Jesse sometime soon anyway. Honestly, that's what, if I was gonna go tomorrow, it would just be to buy some fish from Just One More Fish, Jesse. But I luckily am probably gonna go up there sometime soon anyway, so I'll buy fish from him then. Kentucky Bluegrass Bash. Is that a fish thing? Or is that just a random bluegrass thing? I know they're asking me to go to Kentucky. I know. I'm just saying it's not KY jelly. Jesus Christ, you people. Mary is a trip, actually. Wait, this is the Keystone Clash vendor room. What am I doing? I was trying to do the Aquarium Club of Lancaster County vendor situation. That's what I was trying to do. Yeah. Come on. I just got to promote the local events. Come on. You know, support local fish clubs, I guess. Something like that. I just have no life, man. What can I say? I like the fish club stuff. Here's the swap. We got Crypt Keeper Aquatics. It's probably it was Crypt Keeper and Scotty the Fish Freak, but I don't think Scotty's gonna be there now. Tom's Tank Army, Snyder Aquatics, Small World Aquatics, Just One More Fish, Angel Dave, Water Gap Tropicals, Valley Creek Aquatics, Chris's Fishes, Silver Moon Aquatics, Mike's Bulgarian Green, Samurai Aquatics, Emo's Fancy, Guppies and Plecos, Pat Kelly, Radio Fish, Beddoes, Plecos, Plants, Liska Aquatics, Geo Aquatics, ACLC Swag, and ACLC Check-In. Admission $5 per person, 10 per family, free for club members. I believe I'm an ACLC club member, so I get in for the free ski. Don't be a wimp, Nick. What am I going to Bluegrass Bash for? What the hell am I going? Is there fish? Like what's the motivation? I'm good. I'm good. No. Okay, yeah. No. ACLC swap. Oh, Abe said ACA and ALA conference. Okay, that's probably a little further away from me, but sure. Let's see when that is. Let's see when that is. ALA conference. Jody's making me go to the Bluegrass Bash. Jesus, you guys just do anything Jody says. We got Louise bowing down to her, saying she a goddess or something. Like, okay. Let's see, American Library Association, right? Convention 2026. Let's see when that is. What? Why are you saying ALA conference? It's saying that it's in Kentucky. Oh, I see. Okay, I'm following. I'm following, Abe. I am following. Okay. Yeah, June 25th to 28th. The Bluegrass Bash. I thought you were talking about some damn music event or something. I mean, I guess I'm kind of into cichlids. I'm not really into live bears. International Betta Congress, that's kind of cool. Um, that's way too far in advance, I'm gonna be honest. I even if I said I was going right now, I don't know what I'm doing June 25, 28, 2026. Ask me like 2 weeks before, then I'll know. But Abe's on top of things. Jody should make you go to this, Johnny, for sure. I'm with that. I'm absolutely with that. And you know what? Maybe Mary, you know what? I'll share my bank account. You share yours first. We'll get there. We'll get there. I like that. Don't forget metal picks for your fingers and bring the banjo, Mary said to Johnny. I do like some banjo. I do like some banjo. It seems kind of like complicated to play though. So, man, it's cold in here. Do I need a heater, bro? I feel cold. Or maybe it's my sickness chilling me to my bones. I'm so sick and dying. I got to end stream. Everyone feel sympathy for me. Okay. Glad we're all on the same page there. What else? I mean, I think that should really wrap things up. I think that should really wrap things up. Okay. Any last questions, comments, or concerns? I feel like this is a pretty fun stream. Got Louise in here. Read some Reddit stuff. That was kind of random, but interesting. Nick, if you go to KY this 2026, I'll go to Clash 2027. Why don't you go to Clash 2026? Also, why is that the trade? Why? I don't care if you go Clash 2027. What? You should just come just to hang out with your friends. You need a transaction. You've got to make this like a. You got to make a deal. We're not enough. We're not enough. Chris said you're beautiful, man. That's my last comment. I appreciate you, Chris. By the way, I just saw your text. Like an hour after this, I'll be around. Being sick is work. May the Pleco gods bless you, Nick. Thank you, Bob. I appreciate it. Yeah, gotta get back. I gotta get back to things. Gotta get some stuff done. Jeff says I can blame you for me not attending the class. Just go ahead and do it. Blame me. People love to blame me for things anyway. Go for it. Go for it. Just blame me. I did it. I'm taking credit right now. I'm taking credit right now. The 2026 Clash, I guess it'll be a while until we hear information about it, but it's kind of weird when the Clash ends, you immediately start thinking about the next one. I wonder if it's going to be any different. I'd say between this Clash and the one before it, it was relatively similar. I wonder if this next upcoming Clash, they'll switch things up. My eyes are starting to get blurry though, so. But everyone, I just wanted to make sure you got your last questions, comments, and concerns, and especially Abe. Abe's had a lot to say, man, for being new. He's been off here just telling me, oh, Slack Master, this is what they mean, the Bluegrass Bash, you're clueless. Like, Jesse said, Clash 2026 is going to be lit. Next time we go there, Jesse's going to have built like an entire house, like in the middle of the floor. Abe said, just repeating what I heard, bro. That's just followers, huh? You're just gonna, if all your friends say someone's a slacker, you're gonna say it too. That's what it is. Right before you jump off the cliff, that's what's going on. Man, this does feel a little bit unfair. Okay, I'm not sponsored by Bluegrass Bash. Let me get this up here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Now I'm gonna have a smaller display this year. You'll understand why eventually. Okay, sure. I'll understand why, I guess. Jesse's always up to something, man. He's scheming, planning. You just never know with this guy. But all right. What's up, Big Steve? You got me just as I'm dipping. I'm dipping because Big Steve's here. Hottest up and coming hobbyist breeder, best breeder, Nanochromis transvestitis in the world. Big Steve in the chat. Yo, Steve, can you stop bidding up those goddamn Heroldi so high? It's not even Sunday yet. The auction ends Sunday, and you guys got it to $40 already. What's your problem? These people just love to spend the money. They just gotta bid, huh? Nah, it's fine. I'm probably not bidding on it. You guys got it. I already know you and Sam's gonna crash out. I already know. I already know. Hey, someone was talking about putting blackworms in their toilet bowl, like in the back, like the toilet tank. You guys like that idea? Just curious. Someone's saying like we should all put blackworms in the toilet tank. I think it was Corey. Honestly, I think it was Corey. Little brown frogs. I got to get her back on here again. We'll have to discuss the toilet tank blackworms. But I don't know, you guys hate every time I bring Corey on stream, so I don't know if I should ever bring her back. So, besides the trivia next week, I'm hoping to have another guest or two on. I'm just trying to like lock down some things, you know what I mean? But with that being said, I'm starting to lose my voice a little bit here. So I'm gonna get off while I can. Johnny said blackworms in the back, duckweed in the bowl. That's what I think of that, Johnny. My God. Uh, Little Brown Frog said, again, I get here and you log off. Pretty bad timing. I'd keep going. I'm starting to lose my voice. I'm starting to lose my voice a little bit. Plus, you're always late. What can I say, man? But Corey, they're just saying they never want to bring you back on stream again. I don't know what happened. They all turned on you. I don't know. That's what the chat was saying. Jody said, I believe you flabbergasted Nick. Johnny. Yeah. Whatever he said, I can't get with that. I can't. I'm gonna have to like I don't even know what I'm gonna have to do. Johnny said I'm not allowed to use the bathroom at Jody's house anymore. Yeah. Yeah. I thank God. I'm glad Jody has some boundaries. Mary said, so Nick has the hardest working fish stream and he's the Plucko God. Wow, Nick is amazing. No, 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 no. I just had the hardest working fish stream. That's it. But no, Corey, that they didn't say that. I made it up. I made it up. You're welcome to come back on the stream next time you're free. We still got a lot to get into. Stop planning live. I decided to do this live last minute because I was feeling not great, but I wanted to do something to cheer myself up. I hit Louise. I was like, hey, you want to go live and talk about fish that I might want to buy and stuff? So she was down. It literally happened last minute this morning. I appreciate Louise because she was like just down to roll with it, and we got some pretty good stream in, even though she was working in the store. So I appreciate that. Okay, forgetting for that. Yeah, I'm about to get off. I'm gonna order some of those autos. I think the bees and the RoboCops. I already had her put on reserve for me, so I can get more of those to add to my group. And I'm gonna at least buy that. I gotta save some money because I am gonna go up. I gotta go buy some fish from Just One More Fish pretty soon, and then maybe a rack. I did some measurements. I think the rack is gonna fit. So I might buy a rack. One of the original Just One More Fish racks. RoboCops are a fish you guys get just to say you have RoboCops? Exactly. See? You get it, man. It's like, it's the only name besides a food name that's going to work. I don't even know how they came up with naming it that, but it's genius. It's absolutely genius. We need more fish names like this. I think I might have some Apisto fry because, like, so again, I had the Apisto curse for the longest time. Finally got some cockatoides to breed. And the one thing with them is it took forever until I could see the fry. Like they were they were staying in the grass and plants so much, but like the mom was hovering above them, but it was so hard to see the fry. I've got a couple of Apisto pairs that like they look like they got fry. I just haven't seen them yet. And then I'll be honest. So no, I'm not gonna guess. I'm not gonna say on stream, but I'm hoping in the next couple of days I'll have some fun breeding updates. But I don't want to count my eggs before they've hatched, essentially. Yeah, I don't want to do that. Not this time. Not again. I don't even count the eggs anymore. Well, I never did. I don't even know how to count, and I don't even know how to read. Yeah. Yeah, I'm using Google Glass right now. It's reading everything text to speech in my earbuds. And oh, what was that? It's time to get off. Oh, it's time to get off stream. Steve said, "When are you going to Jesse's? I need to go to Blake's as well." I have no idea. I have no idea. I just know me and SVC are supposed to go up there soon. There's been no date. There's been no date made, but if there is one made, it'll probably be in the Discord. Yeah. Guys, if you want to reach me, you gotta hit me on Discord. I'm not keeping up anywhere else, I'll be honest. Discord, that's it. Email, sometimes email. JP said hardest working fish stream. JP, I appreciate you're spreading the hardest working fish stream narrative in the chat consistently, and I appreciate that. That way I can say credibly that people are saying. Okay, but I'm seriously losing my voice. I'm headed out. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. It's been fun. We'll hang out again soon. Study up. We got trivia coming up next week, and Captain wants to do a giveaway of some worms and stuff. So, I wonder if I could get her to give away some Daphnia to me. Maybe I need to participate in trivia. No, joking. Yeah, let's regroup on this. Ooh. Baby pea buffer. Wait, can you guys see this? This is my baby pea buffer I'm raising. Wait, where is it in relation to the screen? Ah, right in front of that blade of grass. See? Baby pea. Look how tiny it is. Look how tiny. This is a baby. It's just a little baby. I'm hoping there's more in the tank I pulled that one from. But that was just that guy showed up passively. So I'm hoping there's more in there. But the tank that I got, I caught him out of. I just saw him by chance. Like there's so much stuff in the back that would be impossible. Steve said you hatched it. Yeah, technically, he just popped they did it on their own. I didn't intervene. My great grandson can help you with counting. He loves to count. Okay, I'll have to do that. So tiny. Yeah, the baby pea is. All right, I'm leaving. I gotta go. Or you guys will keep me on here for another hour. I mean, I was gonna stop when it was at like 3 hours, and we're at. Jesus, we're almost to 4 hours again. We're at 3 hours and 40 minutes. See. All right, everyone. This has been in my tanks, and I am. That pea puffer will be the answer to your still disliking. Oh yeah, we're working on it. Oh wait, I'm out. That's what I was saying. In my tanks, out, and happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Abe. No, joking. Happy birthday, Barry. Everyone have a good weekend, and I'll see you next time in my tanks.